Merry and
I think she even did this.
slow clap.
Yes, a slow, meaningful clap,
Nice.
which was my nickname in high school.
One of many.
898 views.
No, geez.
Jeez, that's not terrible.
I'm going to have to watch it twice just to get it to
Just
900
up and
tonight.
over. Yeah, that's nice.
Right on. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Jeez, they like us. They really like us.
Always says,
Yes.
be sure to watch all the way to the end of the video.
Yes, to the bloopers.
I noticed that. It's awesome.
I got to do more of that. That was fun.
I'm going to advertise for Shasta. Having a black cherry Shasta soda.
Shasta, a long time. Did Deb have those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just rando.
Rando. I don't know if that's a Costco thing.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I didn't-
Discount store.
No, it's probably the bargain market where
Bargain market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Red States, I don't know. It's all fizzy water with
I
sugar.
almost forgot to hit the
Welcome
button.
everyone
Some
to
sugar
Our
on
Town
top.
Podcast. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Don't forget to visit ourtownpodcast.com for all the links and join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. Now here are the boys of Our Town Podcast.
Yay! Well, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast.
Oh, extraordinary.
It's coming to you from the historic downtown Renton at the I Am Renton space. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah.
Tonight, boys, episode 103, and
man.
I lovingly titled it 2024 WTF.
Which means Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
That's all we're going to talk about. Boys, tonight's safe word is last Christmas. If anybody's feeling unsafe, just yell out, last
Did
Christmas.
you really have to put that back in my head after yesterday?
Nice.
Because it's time to fucking jam Mariah Carey back into the box.
Yeah.
Seal it real tight with 10 penny nails.
of
Shove her in.
pierced iron.
Shove her in the attic one more time.
Oh, man.
At least for 10 more months.
Have you
Yeah.
seen those videos of like it's almost time and it shows her in like a block of ice and you hear the
Yeah, like the thing.
and it
and
starts to crack.
Yeah.
And it's like the beginning of November, October, and then by the end of November, she's like free.
We need like her frozen in carbonite.
Oh my God! Yes.
That would be good.
Nice.
TM, everybody. TM.
Yes.
on that one.
Well, what we need to do is have one hit. so it just pays us forever. That's what we need.
My favorite though.
That's episode 104.
There's a video. I don't remember which Halloween. It's Halloween that has Jason Voorhees, right?
Yes.
Friday.
Michael Myers.
Friday the 13th. And I don't remember which. It's whatever one that was there in New York, I think, because this looks like it's in like downtown Manhattan or whatever. Where these kids are listening to a big boombox and that song is playing on it. And,
That's Jason
and
Takes
Jason walks
Manhattan.
up and just kicks the hell out of the boombox and it like shatters.
They're playing the Wham song?
No, they're playing the Mariah Carey song.
Oh.
They are? What year was
No,
that?
I think that
I
somebody
mean,
made that video.
it was edited. to-
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was so lost there.
Yeah, 'cause that was,
but yeah.
that's Jason Takes Manhattan. I would say
That was like 86.
5 or
something.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like, and they're like listening to that song, and he walks up and he kicks it.
Make
And
it stop.
The boombox disintegrates.
And finally, Jason can rest.
Yeah. He goes straight back to the swamp or whatever.
Because climbs back in the lake.
So that lake's only like 4 feet deep. He could have walked out.
Yes, I know.
You know
Right?
that they,
It's more of a pond.
somebody actually took a Jason Voorhees statue and sank it in that lake.
Oh,
And that's where they filmed it.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome to go swimming and see that.
See that? And they started staring up at you.
Oh my God. Well, boys, 2024 is winding down as we're recording this and as you are watching this. And a lot of crazy crap has happened
Crazy
this year.
crap.
Shit, in the last couple months even.
It's hard to believe, looking back on 2024, how much stuff occurred right? Some fun facts for 2024. The U.S. Census Bureau revealed that the American population grew by 1% in 2024. That's an increase of about 3.3 million people.
Sure.
And that's driven by net international migration. And we are now past 340 million people population-wise for the first time ever. So,
Okay.
here's births outnumber deaths in only 33 states and District of Columbia. So births outnumbering deaths. The 17 states that saw more deaths than births was Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Florida were the largest. Pennsylvania had a net loss of about 9,000 people. So
But how do they isolate that number from like people just moving away?
I don't know. It must be.
You know what I
it's
mean?
the
Or something.
census.
But I guess you would still know if they lived there and
Birth-
died or lived there and lived.
I would-
But the census would tell you that. It just wouldn't say you would.
I would imagine they
live there
count the
forever.
birth certificates and the death certificates.
Yeah.
That would be my
Yeah.
guess, right? Yeah, so that happened in the state, but that's not necessarily. I'm saying
The
only
actual
based on
population.
population.
But aren't those the
Yeah.
states that all got like hurricanes and shit too?
Well, Pennsylvania not, but I think West Virginia and Florida.
Yeah.
Florida for sure.
And it's the gay frogs.
It's the gay frogs. It's the gay frogs and the Cybertrucks.
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, those are complicated numbers.
Yeah.
Is all I want to say.
Yeah.
I saw a video yesterday that cracked me up. There's this video of this girl crying. It's like, I know it's called a Cybertruck, but it's still a Tesla pickup.
She was crying about it.
Yeah.
Because people are bullying her because she's calling it the Tesla pickup.
Well, God, who's gonna? I don't know. Show me on your body where the word hurt you.
Right? I mean,
Show me on the doll.
Yeah, I don't know. People
Show us
really
on
get
the-
upset about.
show us
shit.
on the
It's a
Tonka
trip.
truck where it hurt you.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Mike, you'll like this. Banana bread is the most sought after recipe according to Yahoo Search. It ranked first in every state except for Mississippi and Kansas.
Me and Romeo almost got into blows yesterday over a banana bread. Yeah.
Had to make it or just?
No, there was a banana bread that was left, and they asked who wants to take this. I'm like, I'll take it. And Romeo was like, no, you won't. And I'm like,
Nice.
okay, fine.
Jeez, I don't know if that's cool, but I think banana bread's great, and it's
Yeah.
a very personal to the
It
household
really is,
thing.
yeah.
It's great. Oh,
No
yeah.
nuts.
I wonder if Mississippi is like
Sweeter.
plantain bread or something.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they
cousins,
looked
right?
up. Yeah.
Plantains are like a different kind of.
They're
Banana.
related to bananas, right?
Yeah.
They're just a different type. They're just bigger, right?
They're
Smaller.
sweeter. Yeah,
And
smaller
sweeter. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, fried plantains is
Oh.
a really big thing
I
in
thought they were
Central and
bigger. I
South
thought they were the
America.
big ones. What? Are
Oh no, fantasy.
I don't know. I remember
Yeah. It's called a Moskowitz.
that was his nickname in high school.
Plantain.
Plantain Moskowitz.
Plantain, nice.
Mike, the Plantain Moskowitz.
At your service.
And that's only because it bends to the left a little bit.
I have no idea why this particular actor would be the most searched actor in the world, but Sydney Sweeney was the most searched actor in
Yeah,
America.
it's a woman. She's
for Yahoo
For 2024?
for 2024.
in her 20s, I think, too.
No, she's a very attractive and very
Yeah, it wasn't J.K.
robust
Simmons. Yeah.
actor. This is fascinating. India, over in India,
Okay.
the 2024 vote became the world's largest election ever.
Nice.
642 million people voted in their elections, which I think took place over like 6 weeks or something. There were so many things to vote on. They had round after round, but
Sure.
642
Man,
million
there's still
people
a lot
voted.
of very rural people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
How'd you say that word again?
Rural?
Rural.
I'm glad, because whenever I try to say that word, I always think I'm saying it wrong.
Oh. Yeah, we're rural. I think we're on the West Coast. We go rural.
I always sound like it. Like,
It's kind of like Earl, but with a R.
I always sound like a flooded engine when I try saying it.
Do you
Not
boys
urban.
get into astrology at all?
Not really.
Oh yeah,
You look
it
up
gets
your
me laid,
horoscopes
bro.
and stuff.
I used to look it up, but I didn't really believe
Buy into it.
Yeah.
Astrology fans spent the most time searching and looking at Scorpio horoscopes and the least amount on those fucking Geminis.
No, this was online.
Yeah, just on Yahoo.
Oh,
This is
gotcha.
from Yahoo
All right,
search. Yeah.
That's interesting. I wonder
So
why that
Geminis were
was.
the least searched, and Scorpios were the most
Oh.
searched. I think they're just more narcissistic or something, right?
Scorpio?
According to their horoscope.
What month is Scorpio?
I don't remember.
November.
Is it November?
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom was a
Interesting.
Scorpio.
I don't
then.
know. I mean, I don't know. Either it's some super science, right? With astronomical, as it were, figures that we can't calculate.
Yeah.
Or it's hogwash,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I'm cool either way. It doesn't,
Yeah, it doesn't bother
I don't
me.
mind.
I don't subscribe to it.
I,
mean,
I believe shit that I believe.
I used to look at my horoscope and just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice.
I will say this in my brain, because I'm a Libra and I'm also a Boar in the Chinese
Yeah.
New Year, and both of the traits for both of those sort of fit my personality.
Yeah.
So-
I'm at the end of Virgo, so I'm kind of on the cusp, I guess, of the next one, which I don't know what it is.
It's gonna be Libra.
Yeah. But apparently I'm a little bit of both.
Okay.
And it was like, so I've had people ask me what my sign is. It's like, stop. I don't know. But I can say, really it's Virgo. It's like, oh, the Virgin's like, oh, is that what that is? Okay.
What's your sign, Todd? Don't touch the third rail.
Exit only is what my sign is.
Mike, what's your?
I'm a Taurus
Hey,
and
okay.
a dog.
All right.
And I think
Chinese.
I think for me it's last I looked at it anyway, it was a metal pig.
Okay.
So I don't know. if
Yeah,
that's
for
good.
us, it's because we're same year. So
So-
boar or pig or
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, it was metal pig.
Metal pig, right on. Ah, I can't do it. Boys, Norway in 2024 became the first country where electric cars outnumbered petrol cars.
Jeez, that's
which is
interesting.
pretty cool.
And we call them gas cars here in the States.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, and just look at how their economy has crumbled. There are people in the
Failing,
street
man.
destitute.
Yeah, soup kitchens and
Soup kitchens
lines
everywhere all
and-
through Norway.
Man,
And they're state owned and run and backed up. Oil industry,
Yeah.
right? Energy industries in
Yeah.
general. That's all
Yeah.
Commonwealth.
free health care.
Talking about Norway, I saw a video yesterday. It has to be like a satire because there's no fucking way this is real. But Norway offered to buy the United States. So, we
Because
could,
Trump wants Greenland.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, I have no problems becoming a Norwegian. I mean, especially if we can get like free healthcare.
Yeah.
Well, my question then is, what have the petrochemical mineral extractors? What do they know about Greenland that we don't?
Yeah.
Right. What is there lithium deposits there? Is there some kind of There's got to be money.
Yeah.
Right, because it's huge. Why would he just want that
Yeah,
chunk of
yeah.
land? And Russia would shit their pants.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's like
They would
oh my
invade-
God.
they would
Or
invade Denmark
He's
now.
like, comrade, welcome.
Just give us the drilling rights. Yeah, jeez. No surprise here. The Super Bowl, I don't even, 63 maybe, became the most watched program in U.S. history. Happened on February 11, 2024. 123.4 million viewers across all the platforms. So, I mean, nothing else.
They watched it for the ads.
The ads,
Yeah, I was just saying, does that count the people who only tune in for the ad?
It counts anybody that
That's
watched it,
amazing.
man.
Wow, that's-
123 million
Is that
people.
more than Who Shot J.R.?
Yes. But I don't know if this is like, because I know World Cup soccer is worldwide phenomenon. So I don't know if they get like billions of viewers.
Maybe.
But this is
And that was
in
US
the
viewers,
U.S.
right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yes, that's still very impressive because we just said at the top of the show there's 340 million Americans.
Yes.
So that's more than a
third.
more than one in three are watching it
Yeah.
for the ads.
For the ads.
The other thing I saw in the last 3 or 4 weeks over on Threads, there's a thing that's going back and forth about like if because Trump's saying that Canada is the 51st state.
Oh,
he goes,
man.
and there's a bunch of people saying, yeah, hey, can BC like absorb like the Pacific Northwest entirely, like grab Washington, Oregon, and go ahead and grab California too while you're at it, but and you can
Cascadia.
and call it Cascadia, and they can keep Idaho. We don't want Idaho.
Yeah. I mean, Idaho's beautiful once you get past all the white people. We talked about this on the show when it happened, but Mexico elected their first female president, Claudia Sheinbaum, who was also their first Jewish president.
I was
which
going to
is
say, she sounds
fascinating.
very Mexican.
Well, yeah, first Jewish Mexican.
Sephardic
I-
Jews are from
female.
Spain, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I just didn't know that was a thing.
No surprise here, boys. Can you guess which person got the most Yahoo searches in all of 2024? I'll give you a hint. She's a musical artist.
Oh, Miss Swift.
Yes, she got more searches than the next 36 artists combined. That's how many times she
Number
got searched.
37 was Derp, though.
Yes.
Right there.
37?
It's still not bad.
Well, not bad. Not bad. And hitting it for the, I don't know, I guess she would be Gen X crowd. Madonna, and I didn't know this when it came out, Madonna drew a crowd of 1.6 million fans in a single concert
saw
in
that.
Brazil.
What?
On a beach. The largest single standalone concert event in history happened April 14th of this past year. And I never heard about it, but that's insane. 1.6 million fans. How do you put that many
Was she out
people?
in the
I mean,
water? How would you even do that?
Maybe it was just
million's a
one
lot.
show in Bali, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
one
if you just open the gates at the stadium there in Bali, I'm sure everybody just walks in and that fills up.
There's stadiums aren't nearly big enough.
No, I think this was at a beach or something.
Yeah.
I want to say.
You can get
but-
100-something thousand people.
But how
into
do
the
you- I
stadium,
mean,
maybe.
it-
a million. That's 10 times
Yes.
the biggest stadium that, like the Kingdom's like 60,000 people.
Yeah.
So it's almost 20. It is 20 times.
I think
20
CenturyLink
of those.
or Lumen Field is 67,000, something like that.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
bonkers.
it's holy moly.
Wow.
Yeah. But good on her, though. I don't know if it was like a free concert or if she made money off of it or whatever, but she's now got the record for most fans.
That's probably why she did it, to get that record.
I would. That'd be kind of cool,
Yeah.
but
I would like to know who's going to try to beat that record.
yeah, who's going to manage that? I don't know.
I mean,
Our
Swift,
town podcast.
Taylor Swift can easily do it, I think.
yeah, we can get at least 20 or 30 people.
All right,
in
we'll
here.
do it in Canada. Just below Canada.
We'll go to Showwear Center and we'll sell 10 tickets.
Yeah.
We'll be on the top
Near
of
the
James
rooftop.
Hill.
Near the rooftop.
Yeah, we'll sell 10 tickets, but like 30 people will be there because everyone will bring somebody.
Yes, good idea. Good idea. Boys, you remember this. Trump got grazed in the ear at a rally in Pennsylvania. That happened on July
Or did he?
13th. I don't know. I looked at pictures again because I was compiling this list, and I don't see any damage to his ear, except you can see the blood streaks, but I don't see any cuts. I don't see any
Maybe
chunks,
just, yeah.
but
Well, that's
I
good.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a
Conspiracy?
false flag. I don't because there's just too many. I don't. It sure could be. Of course it could.
I
But,
mean, it absolutely
I
could
don't think
be,
it is.
but
Sure it could be.
I mean that's
But I would
that's
just
how
think,
conspiracies work.
I don't know. Tough to say.
Yeah.
Because his people already have, in that mindset has infiltrated a lot of law enforcement already. But
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. The Secret Service has not been up to par recently. And by recently, I mean like the last 15, 20 years, right? Sex scandals,
Yeah.
terrible performances. But they're also lumped together with like a bunch of other agencies so they don't get the singular attention that they kind of deserve for their job. Because they also go after counterfeiters and
Yeah,
shit, man. It's
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I got to
One or the
think that
other.
there's got to be, like, that's harder these days because it's probably all cyber type crimes, right?
well,
All the
yeah.
counterfeiting stuff. I don't know that you got guys, I mean, they're probably small time operators. They're making, $100 bills in their basement or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think it would be
More espionage type
kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Basement. Yeah,
Jeez.
nobody ever asked me to join the Secret Service. It's never too late, Mike.
Oh man, do you guys remember this? I think it happened like in August. Yeah, August. Brazil banned Twitter for a while due to the rampant disinformation.
Yeah, and Musk is like, we're free speech absolutists.
Yes.
We'll never bend the knee, and he instantly bent the knee.
He bent the knee,
Yeah.
and so they lifted in October because they got a bunch of concessions where Twitter had to get rid of a whole bunch of accounts.
Yeah, and we need to rein in and decide who's in charge.
Yeah.
And I'm not pro governance, but I'm much more pro at least representative government than I am corporations who have nothing
Yeah.
in common with us. Nothing, and their motivation is to profit.
Yeah.
Right? Government's motivation could be to be beneficial to its constituency.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah.
It could. Corporations will never do that.
Well, that's-
because that's the opposite of that is their mandate.
Yeah, I was going to say the
Profit
government
is their mandate
Government mandate is to.
is to be beneficial,
Beneficial.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for taking your
Well,
money.
and by the way, we officially do not have a Twitter account anymore.
Yeah, no, it's awful. that guy's a Nazi.
We
He
haven't
really
really
is. At least
we haven't really used it as
Yeah.
much as as it
I'm
was
a Nazi.
there for people to find to direct them elsewhere. But in the last month, I went ahead and disabled all the accounts that I have on Twitter because I have no desire to be on that.
Yeah, but we are on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Oh yeah, geez, I
absolutely.
haven't even looked at Blue Sky.
Yeah, go to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Check it out. I haven't been on there for a week.
Yeah, geez, I want to
we've
set
been-
my phone down more.
We've been getting a lot of new followers in the last couple of weeks too.
That's nice.
We're-
On
we're-
Blue Sky? Or?
Yeah, we
Huh.
I think we got about 60 or 70 followers now. So
What's our handle on Blue Sky?
it's ourtownpod.com is the username. So
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Nice. Boys, this was the year of hurricanes too, because they're not getting any easier. I think it was Helene and Milton were the two big ones, where
Yeah.
one went across Florida, and then seemed like just a couple of weeks later, they had the other one that went straight up through into the Carolinas and
Just-
stuff.
Just when people were starting to rebuild again, they got new lawn furniture and
Yeah, and it's
just-
not getting any
No,
better.
it's just so much water in such a relatively short amount of time, right?
No, I'm thinking of the last Snowmageddon we had, where people we'll rebuild, and it shows like their lawn furniture has been
Nice, tipped over.
tipped over.
Yeah. And around here we have trees and power lines,
Yeah.
right?
And by the way, when we say Snowmageddon, it's what, like not even 6
Sometimes.
inches. It's,
We do it in our defense. We've got nothing but hills.
Hills, baby.
Because they're all river valleys and glacier valleys, but glacier then river, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
but like you get a light dusting, and people are like, "Oh my God, there's
fucking
snow!"
A. I do. I'm like, I'll up and stand up.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm
So,
with you, Mike.
if
I
we
don't.
have cans of tuna and peanut butter. I'm not going.
And I live on a big ass hill, so there's only one way up and down that hill right now.
And
now,
it's
yeah.
steep. That's a 12% grade.
Yeah,
Bastard.
it ain't.
It's
yeah.
extreme.
You can get down, but I don't think you're getting back up. So,
I mean, when it gets really bad, Chris says there's a back way that they open up
back through Philip
Cascade?
Arnold.
behind Philip Arnold.
Yeah.
There's like a gate that.
Shows up behind my neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
get up there, though? That's still way up a hill.
There's for Todd though, you could get out to where like Cascade is, and you could get to the Fred Meyer, which is relatively flat.
Because like they'll do Benson or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, that makes sense.
I've never used it, but that's because it hasn't been so bad that we needed to open
Yeah, it's
that
been
up.
locked every time, but yeah.
And Chris said it used to be open, but there would be so much through traffic. It was,
Yeah,
it was-
people would be abusing that to
Because
get,
it's a pipeline road.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
yeah, it's all owned by Puget Sound Energy, I think.
Yeah, or they have a
City of
500
Seattle.
year easement or whatever,
Yeah.
right? I bet it's BPA or something, right?
It's City Light, I think, that owns it,
Oh yeah, something like that.
which is Seattle.
Some copper?
Oh man, this is a relatively new story compared to some of these, but Assad falling in Syria was just a crazy.
That was not on my bingo card.
I don't know what that is.
Bashir al-Assad was the leader of
politician.
Syria.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a dictator of Syria and just a ruthless.
Very much propped up by the Russians and by Iran.
Yeah. Because he
And-
was a Shia minority. But,
Yeah.
previous to the dictatorship part, it was a pretty multi-religious, multicultural
Wonder if-
place. It's Damascus, one of the oldest cities on earth,
I
right?
wonder if anyone ever walked up and said, "Can I call you Mr. Tater or should I call you Dick?"
Just Dick. Yeah, no, he was a ruthless guy.
Yeah.
And his dad before him, so 50 years.
Yeah.
And then they just crumbled. Like the army wasn't getting paid. Russia's distracted in Ukraine. Iran
Israel's fucking up.
is fucking up Hezbollah, right?
Hezbollah
But they really
and
were just
Iran.
using it as a pipeline to get
Yeah.
weapons to fucking fire on the Golan Heights, etc. It's like
Exactly.
It's not like those things aren't happening,
Right.
And it's not like there weren't vast tunnel systems under fucking Gaza, and under hospitals and all that shit. It's like those are true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they just lied the whole time about it.
Tell us how you really feel, Mike.
Oh man, it just makes me bonkers. It's like, but war is shit, and bombing people is a
Yeah.
failure.
I don't
right?
know if you told
Every
me
time.
this or if Bailey told me this. Somebody told me this, but Assad was a trained ophthalmologist,
Yes, no, for sure.
and then
An eye doctor?
eye doctor. And when
Eye
he
surgeon.
fled Syria, he was like, "Well, you know, I just want to go back to being an I just want to go back to being an eye doctor and helping people."
Yeah. And I don't, because he's that kind of dictator. I don't think he's walking up to people and shooting
No,
puppies
no,
and
no,
shit. You know what I
no.
mean? It's like, but he just had really
Yeah.
evil guys that kept everybody scared.
Yeah.
Right?
He wasn't the typical Saddam Hussein who would come out on a balcony and start shooting a rifle into the air and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow.
He wasn't that guy.
I didn't know that was even a thing. It goes to show how much I pay attention to the news.
Yeah, but I'm glad he's gone, and I hope the new guys really do, because they're speaking about kind of being multicultural, being multi.
I
You know what I
gotta
mean?
hope
Just
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so. Because it is that place when the lions got drawn after the Second World War, first and second, right? It's like there's all these, there's Shia and Sunni and a bunch of other
Kurds and- yeah.
Christians, and everybody lives there, right? It's
Everybody
like,
lives there. Greek Orthodox.
so how do you run a country that's that way, right? And I say democracy is the best we've ever done, like the United States,
Yeah.
right? We really are an astoundingly successful melting pot, unlike any other place on earth, except kind of Canada.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
There's a few.
Yeah.
There's a few countries that have a
And,
democracy. I think is the word I'm looking for.
but we're really not just multi-religion, right? But we're multi-race, multi-language. It's like, and we have plenty of fucking racism and shit behavior, of course, right? But it's pretty successful. It's so successful that we notice the shit behavior.
Yes.
That's how successful
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And speaking of Hezbollah, guys, you remember the walkie-talkie and cell phone bombs
Yes.
over the summer?
Yeah.
Just fucking Dr. Evil diabolical shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy
Yeah.
to
That
think
was,
about.
That was the Hamas guy.
the serious, the Hamas, that's
Yeah.
right. Just a serious long game.
Yeah.
Israeli.
Yeah. And of all of these things, because,
Mossad.
yeah. Oh, man, I know.
I wonder if they got those cell phones at that place going out of business at the mall.
Yeah, the kiosk.
The kiosk.
Going and it's like the name of the shop is going out of business. You know?
Yeah.
But that is the kind of
Perpetually.
stuff that makes, it makes
We give you a
your
good
opponent
deal.
worry.
Yeah.
Or you would give you a good deal.
Yeah.
Sony guts.
Yeah. And then obviously 2024 saw the continuation.
This is so hot. It's a good movie.
2024 saw the continuation of the Middle East crisis and the Ukraine Russian war. It's just
Which, remember, every single war is some typically small group of people deciding that you don't deserve a better life. The people making bombs deserve a better life. Right?
Right. Yeah. So I tried to compile, not including the ones that we just talked about, because some of those are crazy, but I tried to compile some top 5 lists for us. So top 5 crazy news stories. The Alaska Airlines 737 doors blowing off.
Yeah, geez.
And the phone getting blown out and finding it later. I mean, iPhone should have used this as a fucking commercial, because they found the phone after it got sucked out of the
No
plane
way.
and it was working.
I mean, that's not that unbelievable, because they do have the Find My Phone feature, but that
Right,
only
right.
works if the phone is still active.
Yeah.
And it's within an area that has cell service.
Yeah, and it was it was close to a town, I think.
Crazy.
But yeah, just a crazy thing.
that feature is actually good within a couple feet. So I mean, if you lose your phone and you're not at home and you do the Find My Phone, within a few feet you'll know where it's at.
Yeah.
Again, like assuming it's turned on and it's connected to the internet. So
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And yet Boeing just recently lost, or the judge threw out the case where they wanted to settle instead of being sued by the surviving families, right? Of
Oh,
the
I didn't hear
Max
that.
Crashes, yeah. They
Jeez.
just did, yeah.
Man.
I think a judge threw it out and said, you're not getting away with it.
Not getting away. No.
good.
No.
Yeah. Boys, the Baltimore Bridge collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
Happened this year when the big tanker ship
Yeah.
crashed into
And yes.
I forget the name of the bridge,
Yeah.
but took it right down.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They
It's
hit it
what I'm
just
saying,
like it was supposed to
2024.
hit it, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. And it just, I mean, they did get it fixed.
And it
within
got-
the
yes.
same year,
Yes.
right?
It's up and running again.
Yeah, it is. They really put, because it was a hugely important waterway for commerce, right?
I do remember it's in January of this year. It was like, we're only 3 weeks into the new year, and all this has happened already. And we're like,
Yeah.
that was 3 weeks into 2024.
Yeah. So I'll just,
Did you guys ever think that you would have a vice presidential candidate that was, let's just say, making sweet love to his couch?
oh, man.
Remember that
The
was
vice president elect?
all over the place with the couch thing. It was just J.D. Vance was accused. Somebody, I think, said that in his book Hillbilly Elegy that he wrote about having sex with his couch.
No, he did not.
No, he didn't. But somebody made that story, and then it became like a thing that everybody just
Somebody said that he said.
that it was in the book,
Right,
and then that became a huge viral sort of moment.
I remember seeing it was one of those Spirit Halloween costume memes, and it shows a couch with like lingerie attached to it.
J.D. Vance's prom thing.
So yes, couch humping became a huge thing during the election cycle. Another huge one that I didn't need to know about, but I thought was funny as hell, was all the lube and baby oil that P. Diddy had when he got busted. What was it, like 1,000 bottles?
1,000 bottles,
of lube
yeah.
at his house. It's like what?
He's filling a hot tub or something.
He's filling something.
something. And he has been charged.
Yes,
correct?
yes,
All right.
he's still in prison awaiting.
I saw a thing
trial.
yesterday saying that
Anyway, yeah.
there was a video going, and Romeo showed it to me. It's an AI video of Diddy and Jay-Z like embracing each other and getting ready to kiss, and that's when the video cuts off. It was like they're getting ready to kiss. And I'm like, I didn't know that are they actually friends? And like, yeah. I was like, well, then he has to have known that Diddy was kind of a creeper, huh?
Well, Jay-Z has been accused of raping a 13-year-old.
Oh,
Of course he
geez,
has,
that's
yeah.
awful.
At one
I
of
hope
Diddy's
that's not
parties,
true.
and the rumor now is that Beyonce on her Twitter account has taken off the Carter off of her Twitter account and gone back to Beyonce Knowles or whatever
Okay.
on her account.
for her.
So
Like they
Yeah.
might be
people might be putting too much into it, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Geez, I hope that's not true. 'Cause that's an awful thing
yeah,
to happen.
Yeah.
Right. But
I don't know.
geez, bummer.
I mean, if she's distancing herself from all that, then good for her.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean,
Is
yeah.
he charged with like coercing people into sex or something? Or?
P. Diddy or Jay-Z?
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy, yes.
Okay.
But Jay-Z hasn't been charged with
No.
anything as
Well,
far as I
the
know.
weird thing about Jay-Z and Beyonce is over the last few years, I see lots of conspiracy views where those two are a part of the Illuminati.
Well,
So,
I mean, what's that? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Because I don't think they're into
They're
some
part of the elite.
esoteric. Because to be an esoteric, acolyte takes work. If you're going to a Diddy party with 1,000 bottles of lube, you're not putting in the work to cast spells. You know what I mean? It takes a lot.
Well, it's the conspiracy theory people on YouTube, and it was like they're zooming in on like, these images within their music videos of like onks and all kinds of other like spiritual
weird icons and stuff.
icons and stuff.
No, I can-
Proof that they are part of the Illuminati. They're part of the elite that controls our country. And I'm like, okay.
Well, they're media moguls, and we're influenced terribly heavily by media, right? So of course. But so's, I mean,
I think
big pharma.
Big Pharma. I saw some big whatever, and there was some other industry, and like, do we have to attach big whatever
To everything.
to everything to make them sound like they're the evil corporation?
Just call it Grande. Grande Pharma. Grande Pharmacia.
Copia.
I'm going to put in my will that my attorneys have to go get 1,000 bottles of lube and just put them all over the house. Just for,
Hide them in different spots in the house. Charles, me and Mike can do that for you. We'll just go hide random shit in your house.
oh shit, that's not good. I'm going to live forever. So, boys,
Nice feature.
number one crazy news story: that fucking disastrous debate that Biden had.
Yeah.
That
Didn't it
caused
seem like
him to
1,000
step
years ago?
down. It
Yeah.
seems like a
'Cause it was
million years
awful.
ago. It was awful. It just
That's like
felt.
3-4 months ago, right?
No, it would have been June.
Oh, was it June that happened?
June,
I
July.
90 days before the November
Yeah.
election. So
thought that was like right before, right before, like in September, I thought.
No, it was before the primary. It was before the convention.
he stepped down with 90 days.
Yes, he stepped
After-
down with 90 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So he gave
He didn't step down
the
from office. He just said he's not going to run for.
He's not gonna
office.
run for
They would have had
re-election
him
anymore.
in office.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, and Trump shouldn't either. But we don't have. It's not explicit in Constitution, right?
Yeah.
There's a minimum age, but not a maximum age.
right.
And I'm for old people because I am old people, and age can bring a certain perspective that can be healthy and good for a long democracy.
Yes.
For long game democracy, but not always.
Not
There's
always.
some old assholes, just like there's some wise young people.
Yeah.
And both those guys are just not cognitively together enough to be responsible for the lone superpower with, China creeping up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and if he was really, and I don't know, if he was bad off earlier on in the campaign season,
Yeah.
I wish that they had just said at that point,
Yeah.
right?
Instead
Going to
of
open it up,
the refs.
whoever gets nominated, I'm going to be there as
Yeah.
much as they need me to,
Yeah.
because I've got all the experience in the world.
Yeah.
They can rely on me, but they didn't do that. I think the Dems really screwed themselves.
They really did. Now, the National
this whole
Democrats
thing.
have been
Just
their
the
own worst
worst,
enemy.
yes.
How are they losing the battle of ideas?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, how?
Right. Yeah. Boys, some top five.
Listen,
Yeah, or complicit. I
those
don't
are the
know.
only two options.
Yeah. Top five amusing viral moments. Do you guys remember when Ron DeSantis was running for president and everybody thought because of his weird high-heeled boots that he was like hiding high-heel shoes in his boots? Like he was getting lifts in his shoes to make him look taller.
Yeah.
But
Stallone
it-
wears those.
He
He legitimately does.
But I just remember all these memes about like they would show like an X-ray vision of his
And he's wearing,
boot,
like,
and it's actually like a high heel stiletto inside of his cowboy boot. Oh my god!
I don't know. I think he's a petty, small man.
Oh, I think so
I really
too.
do.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm not too concerned with his actual physique.
Yeah.
But no, he's a dangerous person.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
is.
We talked about this on the show. Do you guys remember the Chicago rat hole It was a hole in the pavement that was shaped like a cartoon, like a rat had like smacked into it, and it was shaped like that. And then people were like taking a whole bunch of selfies with it once somebody called attention to it, and they were like leaving little gifts around it and stuff like that. You guys remember that?
I don't, but that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, look it up. The Chicago rat hole. It's a funny thing. For my number 3 on these top 5s, putting this list together, all the Tim Walz good dad memes. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was where
That's my dad.
Tim Walz is the guy you want to walk you to your car, and J.D. Vance is the guy that you need Tim Walz to walk you to the car because of.
Right.
Oh, man.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's funny
Matt
is
Gates, right?
when,
I
when-
guess he just bought.
when a lot of those first started coming out, Chris was like, he's kind of like our Santa Claus. I mean, everyone likes him. Everyone wants to be around him, and he's such a nice guy. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. It's like he's not a mall Santa because those guys are kind of creepy, but yeah.
Nice.
No, he seems like a decent.
I think he's a decent human.
And both of them should have continued to just run,
Yeah.
right? And just because Trump never stops, right? Just keep the momentum, the cameras on you, improve your messaging, because Americans have terribly short memories.
Yes.
So somebody will redefine what you're doing with your time if you're not being explicit what you're doing with your time, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, if you're like celebrity, right?
Yeah.
Us, nobody cares.
You guys will remember this guy, Yusuf Dikak, I think is how you say his name.
dare you.
He was the Turkish pistol shooter, the air pistol guy, who would just kind of like, and there was tons of memes with him.
Yeah.
They would like impose a
just the coolest guy
cigarette.
of all
Just the
time,
coolest
right?
guy. He was the guy that had his hand in his pocket when he was doing the target shooting, and I mean, just
fancy.
I didn't even know the guy's name. I just remember seeing all the memes for that.
yeah. And I think he came in second or third or something like
He
that.
placed.
Yeah.
So I mean, I remember seeing like photos of them putting him into like Grand Theft Auto or
Nice.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Samuel L. Jackson like he's part of the.
That's the other one I saw. Was like there's
Fiction,
that scene in Pulp Fiction where they both have their guns out like that, and
Nice.
he's next to those.
Yeah.
Low key John Wick.
And then Mike's favorite of the year, I gotta say, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but the Australian breakdancer.
I can't.
Oh
She has
yeah,
a cool name.
Ray Gun.
Yeah, Reagan. Yes.
Ray Gun, not Reagan.
Ray Gunn in the house doing her crazy
Just bonkers.
friggin' kangaroo hip hop dancing.
Apparently, she's given up on breakdancing.
I thought I saw something in the last week or so where she came out and did a dance at some event. Like,
I don't know.
I mean, she could make money. She got the viral
and
thing if she wanted to.
If she wants to do performance art, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? Or expressive dance or whatever you want to call it. But it's like, that's not. If you were going to do diving and you swam the 50 meter, they're two separate things.
Yeah.
Right? Or what she did is not
Yeah.
breaking. Right? I'm not making that. It's a different sport. What she did. It's a different thing.
She was doing interpretive dance. She was not doing breakdancing.
You said that very well. I agree with that. I'm evidently.
I thought I heard that they removed breakdancing from.
They did actually
from, like, the
because
Olympics.
Yeah.
because
That
of
time.
such- all the backlash and people laughing at it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a hard thing to judge. too,
Yes.
Right? But
yeah. I mean, if you're going into a dance competition, and it's like Dancing with the Stars, if you got, and I'm sure the judges, whoever was, doing
The
it.
thing
but-
is when you heard breakdancing was going to be in the Olympics, we were expecting like Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, but what we got was the interpretive dance from the holiday special on Star Wars.
Nice. Oh yeah. Where he's all.
Oh,
from Lumpy.
yeah. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't watched Skeleton Crew, they replicated that sequence from the holiday special and had it in an episode.
Oh, nice. Was that the first episode?
I think the first or second episode.
Okay.
Isn't Don watching it? Who's watching it?
It was Lumpy's watching
kid
it.
was
Yeah.
watching
Chewie's dad.
Oh yeah, Grandpa.
Honorable mention here for the most viral, amusing viral moments or whatever was the Hakta girl. Hakta.
Oh yeah.
Haktua.
Yeah.
Haktua.
Yeah.
Dude,
She's in trouble right now.
Oh no.
oh, is she?
She
That glass?
sponsored a meme coin a Bitcoin,
Oh,
and she sponsored it, and it like flopped immediately. And all the guys that started it got really rich, got money out of people.
you mean it was a pump and dump?
It was a pump and dump.
You don't say.
And then she's like, so she's sort of disappeared right
Oh,
now
and she had her name on it.
because
or
it was
something?
the
Well, who in the fuck is buying that as an investment? And they're mad at her for just putting
mad
her
at
name
her
on
for
it.
putting her name on it because she got a fee for it. I don't think she made
Oh, yeah,
like.
maybe
all,
she
all
got
I
a
know
tiny
is
percent.
since she went viral, she started. I started seeing her on Whitney Cummings videos. Whitney Cummings had her on her podcast for a
Oh,
while.
really?
Yeah.
Is she funny? Or is she just
I mean,
being anecdotal?
she's I mean, Whitney's hilarious.
Yes.
But the girl
Yeah.
she is kind of accidentally funny. She'll say things
Yeah.
and like, and Whitney will be like, oh my God, she starts laughing and she's like, I guess that was funny. Okay.
Cute young lady, yeah.
Southern girl,
Yeah.
thick accent,
Jeez.
I didn't even know it was her until after I started watching. Oh, that's that girl, the Haktua girl.
Yeah. Here's some top 5 news stories that proves the world is coming to an end.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys remember that we already talked about Trump and the ear thing? Do you remember at the next rally where people were putting maxi pads on their ears
Yeah.
in solidarity with?
I mean, is that Steve Bannon? Roger Stone? Who's coming up with that?
I don't know.
Just
People are
show-
dumb.
I think his followers just see
People
it,
are dumb.
think.
Does that happen organically, or does somebody seed the clouds there?
I don't
You know what I mean?
I wonder
don't
if
know.
somebody just was like, I'm
People
going
are
to stick this
fucking
maxi
bonkers.
pad on my ear, and they're like, oh, give me one, you know.
I think that's how it happened.
Yeah.
The same reason why you see a bunch of people wearing diapers now too, because of people calling them Diaper Don.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's
I
madness.
like my politicians wearing Depends.
Oh man. No, you don't. And if it was Joe Biden, it would be a whole different.
It would,
perspective
yes.
Put on it, right?
Yeah.
It's not a natural set of perspectives. They're fed,
Yeah.
right? Oh, it hurts my feelings so bad.
Man. Did you guys hear about this one? I think it was in my periph, but I didn't follow up with it too much. But one day, Elmo tried to play therapist.
I remember
and it
this,
didn't
yeah.
go great.
I saw the post and I saw the comments. I'm like, oh my God,
So
poor Elmo.
Elmo, he tweets out, "How is everybody doing?"
And everyone's response is like, not doing great, Elmo. Thanks for reminding me how shitty my day is.
Oh my
Just
God.
like fucking Elmo trying to be fun. I mean, Sesame
Yeah,
Street,
oh,
right?
showing
From their
that you're
Twitter
empathetic
account.
a little bit.
Yes, and just,
Yeah.
hey, how's everybody doing?
And I don't think people were being sarcastic or anything. I think they legit were having a shit day.
A shit day.
And they were just, yeah, I'm not doing good. Thanks.
Yeah, and just unloaded.
Yeah.
Just unloaded.
Unloaded on a child.
Fictional character.
A child. He's like 5 years old. He's a
Right.
child monster in Sesame Street. So yeah.
Poor Elmo.
Oh man.
Oh man.
And I think Elmo, at least initially, was performed by a man of color.
Yeah.
Yes, until he got busted.
Kevin Clash was the
got
performer,
busted.
and he, Kevin Clash is no longer the performer for Elmo. It's a different guy now. But
Oh.
Didn't he get like fired because he was writing
He-
explicit stuff to kids?
no, what happened was he had a relationship with like an intern or something at the Sesame Workshop, and it was like who was underage.
Oh,
Okay,
bummer.
there was an underage Elmo.
There was
I
a
remember.
That
a
sucks.
17-year-old intern or someone who worked. It's
that's-
someone who worked there at the
Jesus
company.
Christ. And who's turned on by the puppeteer? I mean,
Hey, some puppeteers are
everybody
sexy.
Needs,
I have-
everybody needs to take a step back.
I haven't. I've yet to meet anybody who's into puppets, so I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Another news story that proves the world is coming to an end. The Boeing Starliner, which sent 2 astronauts up to the space station,
Who are still there.
who were supposed to come right back,
Yeah.
but the Starliner that they flew up in had issues, so they got stuck on the ISS, and they've been there for months now.
Yeah, when
right.
did that happen?
And it was like a 2-week. It was like Gilligan's Island. It was a 2-hour tour.
On a 3-hour tour.
And they've been stuck up there for months.
Yeah.
And there's all these conspiracy theories that because one of them was seen recently wearing a Santa Claus hat. And it's like, well, they must have known they were going because they have a. It's like, no, they didn't bring a specific Santa Claus
Oh, my
hat with
God.
them on the trip this time. I'm sure there's plenty of them that somebody brought
and
10 years ago.
and left.
I
up
heard
there.
Dale Earnhardt
So are they the only
came back
ones
from
up
the
there?
dead.
No, there's a bunch of Russians, cosmonauts up there as well. But they had to have, like their Christmas dinner.
Are they segregated from the other people up there?
No,
Oh, I
I,
would
don't
think
think
so.
so. I think they're all part of the.
Oh yeah, because you'd have to
Part of the
use the
station.
common. There's a bunch of common areas.
I'm pretty sure they don't have those really cool translator earphones, do they?
Yeah, I don't know. But there was a movie, I think this year, ISS,
Yeah,
right?
right?
And I watched it. I didn't think it was bad. It
Isn't
was
the
decent.
one that the guy's like slowly going crazy?
Is there a Christmas hat?
No, but there's a bunch of international people are on the space station, and then they see nuclear war happening on Earth. And then it becomes, the Russians call the cosmonauts and says, do everything you can to secure the station. And then the Americans call the Americans and they're like, do everything you can to secure
Better
that
get it
station.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
You know what?
they're all pointing fingers and.
And remember, you can't make any holes in the ISS. That's
Not
bad.
a good
Bullets
idea.
are a terrible idea.
Not a good idea.
Terrible idea.
Unless you got duct tape. So yeah, they're still fucking stuck up there. A little gum, little twine. Note from my
Some
mom.
Bazooka Joe and
Yeah,
some twine.
Bubba.
Boys, way back in January, I think it was, the Supreme Court ruled that former presidents have immunity
No, it's insanity.
from things that they do while in office.
The originalist Supreme Court majority.
Yes.
Absolute madness.
Madness. And this was January, so it's 2024.
But then, so then they didn't define what presidential duties were. Because immunity, when acting within the presidential duties,
Yes.
right? But without defining what the fuck is a presidential duty, they now supersede these other branches because only they can say what that
What it is.
My question is Joe Biden going to use that when Trump comes after him?
No, because the Democrats are too nice.
Geez. Well, I don't know.
Because Trump is going to be like,
why would he follow the courts?
Yeah.
Why should he follow the courts?
I don't know. And
If they
you'll
tell him
see,
something's illegal, he doesn't have to stop.
I'm sure you're going to see like a bunch of retirements too. I think Clarence Thomas will probably retire. Kennedy.
Yeah, it could be.
Did Kennedy already retire?
Yeah, Kennedy did retire.
which Kennedy?
The one on the Supreme Court. Can't remember the other old guy, conservative that's on the Supreme Court.
I didn't know there was any other Kennedys still left.
It's not a
Not that
family, Kennedy. No,
or
it's
at
not.
least not directly.
Yeah. It's not a.
It's not like a cousin of Jeff,
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's illegal.
or like one of RFK's first cousins.
But you got to think that they're going to go ahead and retire now, so that Trump can get a 40-year-old J.D.
Yeah.
Vance type
Yeah,
on the
John
court.
Roberts, Clarence Thomas,
Roberts.
Samuel Alito.
No, maybe Alito and Clarence Thomas, because Alito is
Lena.
they're
Neil
late
Gorsuch.
70s, right?
Yep.
Gorsuch is young,
Jesus Christ.
Kavanaugh's young, Barrett's young.
Yeah, Anthony Kennedy. Yeah, but he's retired.
Is he okay? So he's retired now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Alito and Clarence Thomas can retire.
they sure could. I don't think Alito would retire. No way.
How old
Clarence
is he?
Thomas will. Man, no, he's married his parents. 1950.
Is when he was born.
Yeah, so he's
So
a
he's-
kid. No, yeah, he's 74. Right?
I don't know. And then finally, boys, in news stories that proves the world is coming to an end, 2024, Donald Trump, 34-time felony convictioned in New York, still becomes president.
Oh yeah.
34 felony convictions.
By an actual
Still becomes
majority
president.
of voters.
Yes.
Right. So
Not a huge majority,
No,
but a
and
majority
some
nonetheless.
gerrymandering, blah, 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 blah,
Yes,
blah, blah,
big time
but certainly
gerrymandering.
an actual win.
Yes.
In these United States in
Yes.
the year 2024.
Yeah.
And so, yes, please return to this show in 1 year's time.
Yeah.
Right? And then maybe 10 years' time and see where these things have led the United States.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Boys, some good news stories for 2024. Mike mentioned this a little bit ago. Former Florida Congressman Matthew Gaetz paid tens of thousands of dollars to women for drugs and sex that were violations of a series of House rules and included obstruction of Congress.
And was about to get promoted.
Was about to get promoted
Not
to Attorney
incarcerated,
General.
not charged. Yeah, he was
He's
about
gonna
to
be
get
the
promoted to the chief law enforcement officer.
The federal government,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, just bonkers.
Yes. But I'm so glad that it got released and we saw, and I don't know if you guys read the report, but just.
Yeah, it's a bipartisan report. He really did these things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And whether or
Probably
not it's
worse,
actionable in a court of law by law enforcement, I guess maybe not, but this is not the guy that you would want to be
I bet
anywhere.
for some people it would be. I bet poor people would get charged for something like that.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
and maybe really should. Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say these were victimless.
I wonder if
crimes
he'll be
necessarily.
like one of Trump's first pardons, quick pardons, just to.
He didn't get charged though.
No, he didn't get charged, so I guess
Yeah,
it
so it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter,
Yeah, and 4 years
Right?
is a long time.
And he can't. The executive branch can't strike something from the House record.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like,
That's why I'm glad it was released, because nobody likes the guy. Republicans don't even like him.
but he's a bully. He's a tall fucking bully,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, and people get away with shit until they don't. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
Man. Number 4 on my list. In February, it was announced that 1 million doses of life-saving vaccines have been administered to children across Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, and South Sudan, thanks to a program called the Zero Dose Immunization Program, or ZIP. The program aims to identify and vaccinate children living in fragile settings beyond the reach of health services. I mean, that's pretty amazing that somebody in 2024 was able to get 1 million doses of vaccines out
are
to
these the
kids.
non-injectable one, or is that something else?
I don't know, but these were for things like malaria and cholera, stuff like that. So,
Diphtheria.
yeah.
Yeah.
It took a while, but Volkswagen finally decided that this year, in 2024, to cease operations in China's Xinjiang, where the Rohingyas are, the Uyghur Autonomous Region, after 12 years, very long overdue, 12 years, but the German automaker's exit demonstrates the near impossibility of operating responsibly in a region where the Chinese government is committing crimes against
Oh,
humanity.
against the Uyghurs? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no, they
Uyghurs
put 'em
and the
into
Turkic
re-educations
Muslims.
and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bizarre.
And fucking Volkswagen had a plant there, which people have been saying,
Well, it's good for
Volkswagen,
the
you
bottom
got to get your
line,
shit
man.
out of there. And they finally did. So
Yeah, geez.
I guess that's an encouraging story.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, who does have factories there? Oh, Donald Trump does,
Yeah.
right?
I would
he
think
gets
so.
products made there.
Yeah,
I bet
I
he
would
doesn't
say
own
so.
the factory. That might be too much.
Probably where he
liability.
gets his
But,
Bibles made.
Oh man, so good. Printed in people's couples.
I didn't talk about that. That should have been one of my viral moments. The
I mean, it's-
Lee Greenwood American Bible, right? Because it had like the lyrics to his
Greenwood the singer?
song.
No.
Yes. Yes. God bless America. No, what the hell's? I don't remember what it is. Some country song.
Oh man, what?
I'm proud to be an American.
That's the one. Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I know.
Oh my God! Over in Cyprus, guys, protected green and loggerhead turtles are thriving once again. The number of nests has surpassed last year's record count by nearly 25%.
Wow,
So this year, 2024, 382 sea turtle nests were recorded, 100 more than last year's count. So it does go to show, to prove that conservation efforts can reverse,
Yeah, it can be successful.
can be successful. And then finally, in my good news stories of 2024, Japanese researchers developed a new biodegradable plastic that dissolves in seawater. I didn't hear about this when it came out. They're made by using supramolecular chemistry. This material is as strong as traditional plastic, but breaks down within 10 hours in seawater and 10 days in soil. So this
Start
innovation...
dumping everything in the ocean. Like,
What do you want to
Nomad.
bet? What do you want to bet that Trump will start like making boats out of that plastic? The first boat to be made is called the Minnow.
This innovative solution obviously could help reduce plastic pollution and mitigate the environmental impact of single-use plastics.
Yeah, no,
if it's not already too late, I don't know.
I don't know. It's never. I don't think it's ever too late.
Never too late.
I really don't. Because, like the story before that said, that these systems will go back into their pattern once the monkeying is done. You know what I mean? It's like typically, although there's some big ass patterns, the trade winds, all that kind of shit,
Right.
ocean currents, blah blah blah, that won't just click right back. you know?
Yeah.
I don't think they're just too big a system.
Oh my God. Boys, I created, and you guys might have some other ones, but top 10 people of 2024, mostly top 10 celebrities. Number 10 on my list, because I remember this, Princess Kate was missing from photos and stuff. I think she had some medical procedure done, but everybody kept saying, oh, they brought in a doppelganger to fill in for her on her official photos and stuff like that. So she would take pictures with the kids, like a photo shoot with the kids, and everybody would be trying to look at that mole is slightly off or whatever, and try to say that she wasn't
Oh
really
my God.
But where they think she's like Queen Amidala has a body double for
Yeah.
something like
getting
that.
on and off the plane.
Yeah, and shit, that was what's the girl?
That's it was
Who played Amidala's stuff?
No,
Yeah.
the double.
yeah, that was a girl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, I can't think of her
Kira
name.
Sedgwick?
No,
Oh.
that's
Yeah.
that's
sorry.
Kevin Bacon's
yeah,
wife.
you're right. That
I
way.
can't think
The
of
other
her.
Kira.
Yeah.
She was in the Christmas movie where the guy's flipping the
She's
cards.
also the one who played. She's in The Quiet Place. That's her husband.
No, not Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
No, I mean she might have been one, but I'm thinking of.
No, that's Emily Blunt. That's who it is.
She might be one of them too, but I'm thinking of the girl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Isn't that Emily Blunt?
No, Emily Blunt is somebody
Emily
different.
Blunt didn't get on the scene.
Oh my God. Pirates
Pirate,
of
the Carib.
the Caribbean. Caribbean.
Herbiner.
Caribbean. It was, oh my God, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. It's starring Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley.
I think it's Knightley.
Could very well be Knightley. Good call. Boys, and I have to do this for my daughter, who won't listen to this show anyway, but JoJo Siwa went like crazy makeup and stuff, but it says, I'm still a traitor.
What's JoJo Siwa?
JoJo Siwa was like she was like wasn't she?
Was she like a dance kid or
She was
something?
like in like Dance Moms or whatever.
Yeah.
She was in the same show as Honey Boo Boo, I think.
Oh, was she really?
Yeah.
So it was like one of those reality shows where it's like moms freaking out over their little kids dancing, right?
She got massively
There's
famous.
a little guy. I'm still a traitor as a little kid.
No, she's older now. She's like 20 now or
She turned
19.
21 this year.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know who she was until she was on The Masked Singer. She actually was one of the people.
Oh, really?
And I had no idea who she was, and she was fantastic on that show.
Yeah, she came out with an album and she went full like Miley Cyrus meets Madonna, sexy, grabbing crotch, doing the whole
Trying to distance
thing.
herself from the child stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, yeah.
Well, it was the funny thing that cracked me up is she's like, yeah, I'm making this whole new genre of music, and it's going to be all gay.
She's the inventor of gay pop or
Gay
something.
pop. Yeah, it's like no one's ever listened to like anything from the 80s.
Yes, I got 2 words for you. Wham.
But yeah, that was so funny.
Elton John, come on.
Yeah.
But Queen, oh my God, yeah, Freddie Mercury. But no,
So this was her when she was like young, right? But then she turned into
yeah, she's
more
like
that
Gene
crazy
Simmons.
which I have no issue with.
Gene
At all.
Simmons. Gene Simmons meets Madonna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
right.
good
You
call.
gotta.
Just get yourself out there. I mean,
Stand
do what
out.
you want to do. But yeah, that was the funny part. What Todd was talking about when she was like, "There's never been like gay pop before me" or whatever. It's like, what about Elton John?
You can just run down take you 30 days to do the list.
So good.
Oh my God, boys! Number 8 on the list, Caitlin Clark. She is the basketball player who took the WNBA by storm this year. She was the most searched athlete on Yahoo. Many more searches than the Kelsey brothers and Simone Biles.
Oh,
So
geez.
she was like
Simone Biles,
yeah,
super big.
Oh yeah, she's on the list. My number 7, I just threw in kind of a trifecta here: Joe Biden, Kamala, and Tim Walz. Just
As
that whole
notable people, sure.
yeah, that whole collective right there, just nuts. Number 6 on the list, Ryan Reynolds was just on fire this year with the Deadpool Wolverine movie. What was the other movie that he had?
The one with the one where he's an imaginary friend.
Yeah, did that come out
yeah.
earlier in 2024?
It came out like right before the
Okay,
Wolverine.
so kind of yeah,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Either
or-
right before or
And
right
did he buy
after.
a soccer team or something?
Yes, and he bought the soccer team with his hetero life partner. I don't remember the guy's name.
Mulaney or no Rob something. The guy from Sunny. It's Always Sunny.
That's right.
Ah,
Yeah, and they turned
yeah,
that team
exactly.
into like a dynamite soccer team.
right on.
So they've like risen a couple levels in the.
Or they naturally did that and they just took credit for it.
Yeah, I mean,
We did it. We bought the team and then
we did it. Yeah, made the right calls. I threw Simone Biles on my number 5 because she was just huge in the Olympics. She just
no, she's unreal.
yeah, just unreal.
If I were an alien and I needed a human specimen, it's Simone Biles all day.
Not a bad
Like,
choice. Yeah,
She's just
Yeah.
razor sharp.
yeah.
Dude, the balance beam, the beam,
Yeah.
is like that wide.
I know. And to be able to
she's
do all the
just-
flips and all that.
Doink.
it's like 4.5 inches wide.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
And she's just like on all the time.
Yeah.
I heard she killed a guy in Singapore.
Just to watch him die.
Oh my God. Number 4, I chose Joe Rogan, Kingmaker, because he really was. I can't think of anything else. This guy, with the whole thing with Trump on his show, and then Harris not getting on the show, really feel like he was a huge part with the young
I
crowd.
think he gets, I don't know whether he is a willing participant, but a lot of, the right-wing messaging stuff ends up on his program.
What-
Whether that's by happenstance or just because its demographic is 20-something dudes.
Yeah.
Right?
Did Harris not want to go on the show? Or
There was some scheduling conflicts, and then he wouldn't go to her, and then she was like willing to give him like an hour or something like that. And he's like, "No, I want the full 2-hour treatment or 3-hour treatment, and whatever."
I'm not too miffed about that.
No, whatever it is.
I would
think-
blame
I think
Musk for spending over $250 million
Yes. Oh, my God.
to feed into these lying machines, right?
And to pay people to vote.
Pay people to vote. Right? It's like stuff that, well, it might be illegal. I don't care. I'm the richest person on the planet.
Yeah.
I can now buy my way into influence for $250 million, which to you and I is a lot. To that guy's nothing. And now he's got a huge seat at the table for policy.
Yeah, somebody said that he spent the $250 million and ended up making like 11 or 12 billion on the back end because all of his companies, after Trump got elected, all of his
But
stocks
that
went
probably
up.
would have happened regardless. Yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's and just the fact that isn't talked about
Yes.
more than it is.
Yes.
Just the fact that somebody blatantly bought their way into a big seat vocally at
You
the
gotta
table.
take the money out of the politics.
And we're going to cut $2 trillion from everybody else and just siphon your money. You're still paying into the system and siphon it straight to us.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Not even pretending because Medicaid's gone, kids.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh no, they're going to say, well, we're trying to be efficient, even though governments aren't businesses.
All right, right.
Right? They're not in the business of being efficient with money necessarily.
Yeah.
Right? But waste, fraud, and abuse are bad.
So he was big in the news surrounding this, not because I enjoy him or anything, but that.
I mean, he is there, so yeah.
Yeah. Zelensky, I have coming in at number 3, just because he is like so caught in the middle. Do you remember when Trump went and visited him and was, talking about how there's good and bad on both sides, and we're going to have to solve this stuff. And he's just standing there like, fuck you, I just give me some money. I need to fight these guys, you know, and having to deal with all the shit.
Trying
Just-
to play.
just trying to play. I mean,
footsie with 2
Yes.
superpowers.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
1.5, I guess. If Russia didn't have oil, the word wouldn't even come out of our mouths.
yeah.
Right? If they didn't have, if they weren't extracting every fucking bit they could, right? Fuck 'em.
My
And
number.
when's the last, the last innovation that came out of Russia? Anybody? When was the last good novel that came out of Russia?
Oh.
Right?
Could go
Hadn't been
all
that
the way
long.
back to.
or opera or something like that. It's been a minute though. Not during Putin's time. Name one good band in Putin's time. One hit song
Pussy
in
Riot.
Putin's time. Well, Pussy Riot, okay, yes,
But they're
that's
not-
punk.
yeah.
That's the push back, right? Yeah. Name one Russian innovation. One in Putin's time. One.
I'm waiting for you to
Yeah.
stop.
No, sorry. It just annoys me. It does.
I can tell. I was going to say the only thing cool that ever came out of Russia, as far as I'm concerned, is Tetris.
Oh, no.
Was Tetris invented in Russia?
It was.
Well, I take it all back. You're right. I really like the Russian song. Or, sorry, poof. The Tetris theme is great.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, yeah,
Okay,
that's the
all
only that's
forgiven.
the only thing that I can think of that came out of
Yeah.
Russia that I actually like will actively say, "Oh, I enjoy that."
And there are like 1 or 2 chess masters or something. But that would have been like 50s or 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kasparov. Or
But no,
whatever.
the
I think
guy-
they defected out of Russia.
The guy who created I want to say Tetris was the one that the guy
do
who
you like
created
me
it
some Tetris?
was in prison or something, and when he got out of no, I'm thinking of the Rubik's cube. That was the guy who was in prison, and when he came when he got
Sounds Russian.
out, and Rubik's cube I think is also from Russia.
Okay.
Knew it.
Damn them.
Tetris video game.
For number 2, guys, I had to pick, Trump, Musk, Vance, RFK Jr., the whole lot of them. It's just, I mean, we're stuck. We're stuck for a few years.
A minimum of a few years.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to leave.
I don't think he's going to leave.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
Year
I mean,
Vance, an emergency will come up. Right?
I mean,
They're not going anywhere.
when January 6th happens, like, oh yeah, I totally saw that coming, or something similar. It wasn't. I knew he wasn't going to willingly give it up. He wanted to keep that.
Yeah. Well, going back to Mike's point a while ago, he always stayed in the news cycle. He never left the consciousness.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is how you got to do it. Any kind of celebrity has to do that.
Where somebody like Harris, soon as she got elected, you heard about her a couple times a year in a
Tim
major
Walz.
news story.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never heard of Tim Walz
no.
until he was picked as the vice presidential.
Yeah, but he had a huge platform.
Yeah.
He could still have a huge platform.
Oh, he could still be doing it. He's not.
I know.
But
That's
yeah,
the kind of
Trump
thing.
never left the
Nope.
friggin' news cycle at
Because
all.
if he had, he would have been gone.
Yeah.
He would have been gone, and he would have just lost that momentum and been seen just as a raving ding dong, right?
So is that what it takes to go viral? Just to be super toxic and just be like?
I mean, if you could,
mean-
you'd probably stay in the news cycle. People would be like,
Some people
that
do,
fucking
whether
guy.
it's not, there's no bad press. Or
I mean, look at Ann
Soviet
Coulter,
software engineer.
of course, she hasn't been in the news all that much lately, but
I still think the only time I've seen her on TV that I actually enjoyed was when she was on the Rob Lowe roast.
Yeah, it's
And
fantastic.
she just got obliterated by
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single one of those comedians. Mm-hmm. But the best one though was Pete Davidson. Pete fucking laid into her. She got when she got up on to the podium. She made some joke about whether or not Pete was white, and he goes, "Good one."
nice.
She doesn't want a battle of the wits.
She does not want to battle the wits. No.
She would not win that one.
She's
at all.
got J.J. Walker in her corner, though, so watch out.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
I think they're still dating. I haven't
Oh,
heard
that's
anything different.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But maybe just like
Hey, True
Limbaugh
Love,
said it
baby.
out loud. Who's the guy from Montlake Terrace? That it's just they're acting.
Oh, Beck?
Yeah, Glenn Beck. It's
Glenn
just
Beck.
an act.
Yeah.
They say it out loud when they're in trouble, right? They're like, it's an act.
Yeah.
Right? It's like in culture's the same way. She's either reading a script or does some creative
Just
writing
like
for a
Alex
script.
Jones.
Yes, because it's all just a shtick to get people mad and spend money. Right?
Yeah, maybe that's how we should start talking shit about people and then buy our merch.
Buy our merch. Vitamins. Yeah.
Our supplements.
Buy our supplements.
And you gotta, it's a suppository supplement.
It'll make
you gotta
the
cram it up your
Gay
ass.
frog straight. It's conversion therapy in your pee-pee.
We'll have to get gummy Smurfs,
And then shove them up your ass.
blue gummy Smurfs.
Oh, man.
Suppository
Suppository gummy smurf.
I had to throw this guy in, so I made him 2B because he's not number one.
Yeah.
Luigi
Luigi.
Mangione, the guy that shot the CEO of what was the healthcare company?
United Healthcare, which
United
is the
Healthcare.
insurance I have.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Geez, became
However, will they
a
fill his
huge
position?
sensation.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure there's already a line before
probably
he died
is. Yeah.
of people waiting to
There's
step
an
in.
interim in that job immediately, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think humans, we need to find a way to solve our troubles without murder, right? But frustration's a powerful thing.
I saw a video today that said if we reacted the same way, if the government reacted the same way they did about that CEO, that they should have acted towards anytime kids are shot at in schools, we would have gotten rid of guns a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard anybody talking about getting rid of guns. And he had a ghost gun too, right?
Yeah, he printed it.
Yeah, with a
Actually, I don't think they
polymer,
even found it on him, did they?
I thought they did find it on.
I don't.
Like his manifesto, a bunch of fake IDs, and the gun.
Oh, okay.
Like he kept all that shit. It's like, at first I was like, really? After having this plan
Yeah.
of getaway and all this shit, he's like,
Toss
he
it.
kept all that stuff on him?
Some rat in McDonald's turned him in.
I think, is it possible that he wasn't actually the person and all that shit was planted on him?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think, yeah, well, I mean, I've never heard him speak a word.
No.
Right? So he didn't say I'm a patsy or anything.
I know he's been in court a couple of times, I think, already. I think he did plead not guilty.
Yeah.
And he's got some pretty, I don't know, famous or high-powered attorneys.
Yeah, and
or
people
something.
made a GoFundMe for his legal
Yeah.
expenses anyway. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Murder bad.
And it's just, yeah, murder bad. Murder bad. And I just don't, I think the bad guys will just go the extra step. And I'm not going to call him a good guy, but let's just say the righteous, you know what I mean? Like bad, small town cop, Buford T. Justice, or whatever the bad, or he was the good guy. Who's that? But a bad guy cop inflicting his evil upon people.
Yeah.
Should he get murdered? Does that just open up a vacuum for something else? Or does that just open up retaliation on everybody?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I was only going to harm one of you guys a year. Now I'm going to harm 50 of you guys a year.
Right.
Right?
Here's that video I was just talking about. I'll
don't
let
know.
her say it. Oh, hold on.
Violence at the same rate as American. Did you know that if American billionaires were killed by gun violence at the same rate as American children were, we would run out of them in 2 months?
Wow, well,
there
there
are
you
756 American billionaires, and according to sandyhook.org, there are an average of 12 American children who die due to gun violence every single day. At that rate, it would take 63 days for there not to be billionaires in America right now. And that's who's being protected. Not you, not your kids, not anyone trying to go to school, not anyone trying to go to work, not anyone going to a concert or a movie. That's who's being protected.
Yes,
Man.
100%. But remember, most of those dead children, that's suicide, right? Most of those kids are finding their parents' guns and shooting themselves. Right? Which is not better,
No.
but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
right? It's like, it's shitty. That's still the gun doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, and that's the irresponsible way that we treat guns. Like it's a fucking loaf of bread.
Right.
And then leave it lying around
Right.
for everybody
Yeah.
to handle.
Yeah. I totally believe in, holding accountable
Yeah.
anybody
that has a gun
leaves it
around.
out. If you didn't take
End of
every
story.
precaution that you
then
could.
100%, dude. Because you know what it is and what
Right.
it's for.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I'd rather just tax the shit out of billionaires, to be honest,
yeah.
because I think that in the process of murdering billionaires, they can hire all the private fucking guns they want, dude.
Yeah.
Right? They could hire Blackwater, who was just frothing at the mouth of killing brown people.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
I
like,
remember somebody did a meme this year that was instead of making people billionaires, once they get to 999 $1 million, instead of getting to $1 billion, just give them a certificate that says they won capitalism.
nice.
And then anything they make over and above that, they just goes right into the public fund.
Sure. Yeah, they get a little
Yeah.
ribbon.
They get a little,
Yeah, I won.
they get a little blue ribbon.
They get the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just bonkers.
Yeah.
And the largest and most demonstrable growth of the middle class and the majority of the citizens was in the progressive tax rate from
Yes.
the Roosevelts on up,
Yeah.
all the way through that known commie
Yeah.
Eisenhower. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, the most people who got the most benefit and paid the most into
Right.
the future of the nation
Yeah.
was through progressive taxation.
Yes.
No doy.
Yeah, no doing.
But they're like, well, let's just keep saying trickle down works.
Let's just keep trying it.
Yeah.
I think
It's got
what-
to catch on at some point.
I think when people were talking about trickle down, they were talking about golden showers.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
money.
there's the PP. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But the PP is a conversion therapy.
It is a conversion.
So, I mean, that's because the supplements we sell here on Our Town Podcast
Conversion-
make you such a man
Conversion
that
of
when your
what?
PP goes into the water supply.
Can we just repackage like Flintstones vitamins or something? Is that legal? That's probably not legal, is it? We could crush them up and then form them into our own little little R's or something.
We could license the Rainier R and just
Yeah.
make our own stuff.
Man, sure you could.
Todd will just be the Fred vitamin. You'll be the Barney.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
be
be
Barney
the
all day.
Bam. No, you'll be Bam Bam.
Yeah, nice. Either one. Barney's a hell of an actor, though.
Yes.
Hey,
Indeed. Oh shit! All right, number one.
Oh.
Because then we've already talked about her. Just this is fascinating stat. Taylor Swift, add in a little, sprinkle in a little Jason Kelsey. Peaked. She's the biggest star of the universe
Has she
that we
surpassed
know
Michael
of.
Jackson?
She got in February. Her popularity peaked. She had over 100 million views on 5,000 separate articles about her. 100 million plus
On
views.
each of those?
No.
Oh.
Across 5,000 different articles in February about her.
Wow.
It's just fucking nuts.
It's nuts.
Yeah. 100 million views.
That's a lot.
I mean,
What does YouTube pay out on that?
I don't know. She could buy that whole thing.
She could, yeah. Yeah, because she's definitely a billionaire.
she could definitely buy just Google in general, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
man. No, probably not. I bet Google's worth close to $1 trillion, right?
I have no
would
idea.
think. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
probably.
Google's just one of the companies that is part of the alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, boys, top products of 2024. And actually, I thought this was going to be easier than it ended up being, but because I was thinking of Stanley Cups. Because Stanley Cups they're on the decline now, but they were such. Remember, everybody had to get a fucking Stanley
And
Cup.
there was people. I seen videos of people like mobbing an end cap filled with them and just grabbing 2 or 3 at a
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Because they had different sizes, different colors, different shapes.
I don't think there's
whatever.
are there different
Insulated
sizes.
for-
Are they different sizes? I thought they were all the same one. They're all.
Oh, I don't know. I think they have. I don't know.
But they're like $60 or something.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, I end up getting Christina like a knockoff one at Fred Meyer, and she fucking loved it. She's like, "Oh my god, it even comes with a straw."
Yeah. Just huge. People were like, "Look at my Stanley Cup collection," and you could.
Oh my
they had
God.
like 30 or 40 of them, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
And there's that's forever.
Number 4 on my products of 2024, Mike, you might know about this one. I only learned about it because I was watching Clarkston's Farm, and his girlfriend on it was talking about mushroom coffee. It's coffee that's ground with crushed up dried mushrooms that are supposed to have medicinal purposes and stuff like
nice.
that. And the wife actually bought some and tried it. She wasn't big on it. I didn't try it. Whatever.
I think Deb serves that.
Oh, mushroom coffee?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what
I can't
the.
remember the name of it now. but,
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. Some people, I don't know. I cook mushrooms for food, but that's.
Now, is this like regular mushrooms?
I bet it's specific.
Or is it
Specific
ones,
magic
right? I mean,
mushrooms?
There's got to be some. It's not like get you high mushrooms.
No.
These are like.
Yeah, no.
I've
It's,
seen advertisements for them, and I go, "Who wants to have mushrooms in tea?" Or
I don't know.
Or
It's got a
coffee.
lot of earthy. I've had the chicory and stuff like postum and such.
Yeah.
And so it's like you can. I mean, I get it,
earthy.
but they don't always go together.
That just means it tastes like dirt, right?
kind of bitter dirt.
Moss.
Yeah, it ain't even sweet
Moss.
dirt, bro.
This one I'd seen the ads for, so I thought this was kind of funny. The most popular on Yahoo with shoppers was the Saker Mini Chainsaw. Have you seen the little battery-powered chainsaw
Yeah.
with the blades about this long, and people are cutting branches
It'll
off their
last like
trees?
6 cuts. I swear to God. Then it'll get all loosey, weird, and never get. Oh my God.
I just thought it was funny.
Saker does have some cool, weird products, though.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Okay.
So-
Is it a Chinese brand or? I mean, sure,
I
it's all
don't know
made
that.
in China.
That's
but-
my guess. I don't know
Okay.
that. That's
is it like a DeWalt or a Craftsman or something?
Yeah, but more kind of oddball stuff.
Is it
it's
like
kind-
for crafting? Is that what
Yeah.
it's for?
Well, yeah, and or woodworking
That's
and
what I mean.
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I know it looked kind of cool. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily need a mini chainsaw for anything that I can think of, but
No, and I see the. Yeah, I was just thinking about.
I can
this
see
yesterday.
Charles getting
Like,
into like carving like 2x4. One of those things.
so good.
jeez. Number 2, I just put Temu because Temu is just
Has anybody ever actually bought anything from Temu?
my in-laws.
All right.
Came up for Thanksgiving. Were swearing by it.
My shirt that I got yesterday was from Temu.
Oh, there you go.
So
I think you can have good luck, and I think there's some bad luck.
I mean-
because it's a marketplace. It's not a single
Sure.
store.
It's closer to like an Amazon or something.
Exactly.
it's basically what Temu is. It's like Wish if you added gambling to it.
Nice.
Because you're taking a chance.
So Wish didn't become Temu. Did Wish just go out of business or something? You don't
Wish
even
is
see
still
that.
there.
Is it?
But the marketing with Temu is like if you buy 18 things, you get this one thing for free.
Yeah.
Or more, actually, it's more like 5 or 6 things. But still, you go, we'll give you $100 off when you buy 20 things.
Yeah. Mother-in-law was showing me she dropped something in her cart and left it there and didn't touch it. And it was like, I don't know, it was $10. Say it's $10, right? The next day she gets a message from Temu saying, hey, good news, the item in your cart has dropped in price. Now it's like $8, right? And then another couple of days go by, she doesn't do anything with it. It says, hey, great news, it's $4.44. And it just keep lowering. I mean, it's like enticing you to fucking
But
buy.
does that also mean that it could have been $4?
Could have been $4 all
the whole
along.
time?
Yeah. Well, the other thing that Temu does, and I love my friends to death, but I have a couple friends who are on there all the time, and if you invite your friends, you get more of a discount.
Oh, serious? Yeah.
So I would every 6 months or so I'll get a bunch of messages from a friend of mine who's on there a lot. I go, dude, I'm not going on to Temu to buy crap that I don't need. I went on there once to look
What
for
kind of
something.
attitude is that?
Well, seriously though, I went on there to look for one thing, and by the end of like me being on the app, I had added 10 other things to my checkout list.
Oh,
man. I don't need any of this shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm not buying any of this stuff. I just wanted the one thing, and they want me to buy an extra 15 items, and I'm like, no, I don't want to spend an extra $50 just to get the one thing I wanted.
Yeah. Is any of it name brand, or is it all just?
No,
it's just Chinese.
It's all
made?
Chinese crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Or if you see something as name brand, what you get in reality is not what was in the post.
But there was all those memes about I bought a refrigerator on Temu and it's like this big.
I saw that
right?
yesterday.
Yeah.
So, in fact, Romeo was talking about it. He's like, yeah, this guy bought himself a nice stainless steel refrigerator, and he got it.
Who's buying that on Temu?
It's one of those refrigerators that's just big enough for an 8
Like
one
a
can.
soda can.
a six pack. But it looks
Yeah.
like one of those big refrigerators that has like the water and the ice cube dispenser
So
on
good.
it. But it's like legitimately this big.
They're putting an action figure next to your fish.
Yeah. Or the couch, right? Which is like big enough for your dog, maybe.
My favorite is like this person bought they bought a mountain bike, and it shows a photo of this really nice like a mountain bike. But when he got it, it was like a prop for like a dollhouse.
Oh man, that's fucking funny.
So that's
I did
the
buy
gambling
some,
portion of it.
Yeah.
Oh no! What I mean by gambling is they have all these things that entice you to buy more shit. It's like
Oh,
if you
the
get-
spinning wheel.
spinning wheels, and
yeah.
hey, if you invite 16 of your closest friends on your social media, we'll give you an extra $5 off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by gambling, because they're enticing you to spend more money even though you want one item.
Yeah. Man. Number one product of the year, Todd. I hate to do this to you, but it's just everywhere.
The Tesla pickup.
The Tesla pickup. The dumpster on wheels.
Aren't all dumpsters on wheels?
Did you guys see dumpster on bigger wheels? Did you guys see, and I don't know if this is real or not, but people are talking about, or Tesla is talking about, Elon's talking about being able to take your Tesla truck into the water and having it go for about 100 meters. But they are working on stuff. He said the biggest thing right now is making door seals, changing the door seals out.
That it's going to be a submersible.
So it could be a
vehicle?
submersible
No
vehicle.
way.
And so the person was like, "Yes,
not
please
bad,
make this
but-
happen immediately. make this a reality right now."
And let's have Elon take it down. Let's have Elon take it down to the Titanic.
We haven't had a good submersible billionaire death in a while.
The thing that cracks me up about that is like I remember like you seen all the photos and videos of like the Teslas in Florida that were like combusting because of the water getting into the truck during the floods. No, like
Get into the engine compartment.
Well,
of them?
the hurricane would come inland and people have their cars parked in their driveways and you see the water rising and next thing you see like smoke and sparks coming from the
Oh,
truck
man,
and then it like
it's on,
catches on fire and basically burns until the water puts it out.
Oh man.
Yeah, submersible Cybertrucks is the next big thing.
I mean,
but yeah, I mean they're
all
everywhere.
submersible. With
Yeah.
And the thing with those things is that they're not really good trucks. They're a status symbol. Is all they are. It's like how people were with Cadillacs and fucking BMWs and Lexuses back in the day.
Right.
Cadillac make pretty good products for the most part, though.
I mean, up until the 80s.
What I'm saying is, as far as popularity and status,
it's status.
status of owning it,
Yeah.
Cadillac is a way superior vehicle, and even the worst of the Cadillacs are better than the Tesla.
Yeah, ain't no lacking when you're Cadillacing. That's what I gotta say.
Right.
Jeez. Boys, switching to something more fun to talk about. Biggest movies of 2024. And I
How
kind of
many movies
remember
have I
this,
seen?
Todd. Wasn't there like blockbuster season in 2024 started very slow, and it wasn't until I think maybe Inside Out 2 that it really got going.
What about
Like all the movies that they
Was that
released.
before Dune?
Which one?
Was Dune a big blockbuster?
I think that wasn't that 23.
The Dune 2, Dune 2 came out last year.
Never mind.
But I think it came to Max, I think in January or earlier
So
this
you're
year.
telling me that the Joe Biden, Donald Trump, terrible debate was after Dune?
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I think of all these, I've only not seen a couple of them. I think I've seen the rest of them.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple of them myself.
I haven't seen Moana 2 yet. I still want to see it, and I
Yeah, the kids were all going to go to that
don't care.
yesterday.
Dune Part 2, yeah, it came out earlier this year, I think, because it's on.
Oh, it is on there, yeah.
How about Diddy Lube?
They ended up
3D?
seeing Nosferatu instead, the remake.
Who went to see that?
Bailey, so Daniela's all her her two aunts, her mom, and her grandma are all in town for the
yeah.
holidays.
And they all went to go see that?
And they all went. They were going to go see Moana 2, is what I heard yesterday, Christmas. And then I asked them about it today, and I'm like, "Hey, how was the Moana 2?" And they said, "Oh, we went and saw Nosferatu instead."
Yeah. Not the same.
I have not heard anything good about Moana 2 yet.
I don't know anything
I
about
bet it's fun and colorful. And
I think I'm the
Same.
one person I saw just talking all kinds of shit is a person who does movie reviews. So, but I don't know. I think people are like they're expecting too much out of a Disney movie. Is what I look at, how I see it. So
Yeah.
it's a popcorn movie. You're going to enjoy yourself regardless of how great the story is.
for Moana?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a musical, right?
Yeah. It's got to be fun.
I mean, it has songs in it, but I don't know if it's necessarily musical.
So the biggest movie of the year was Inside Out 2.
Good movie.
650, almost 653 million.
I cried 6 separate times in that movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was.
I finally saw it on.
Every time I watch a Pixar movie, I know I'm going to be crying like a fucking kid with a skin knee and shit.
Yeah.
And that one, just every single one. Is like, oh my god.
Geez, and speaking of crying, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool and Wolverine,
Oh my
pulled
God,
in
that's so good.
almost $637 million.
And that's just U.S., right?
This is worldwide.
Is it? No, it's still
Worldwide,
not
yeah.
terrible. Not terrible. He's not mad about that.
Someone asked him if there's going to be a Deadpool 4, and he's like, no. I guess Deadpool is going to be now part of the MCU, so he'll be in whatever the next Marvel movie is going to be.
So they won't have a standalone.
Not in anytime soon, anyway. It doesn't sound like.
I like him better in his standalone.
I do too, yeah.
If he's like one of the main characters, I don't have a problem with him being in like the next Avengers.
It would be
Really?
interesting to see him interact. Could you imagine him interacting with fucking
Thor or
Doctor
something?
Doom, with Downey as Doctor Doom,
I can just see him going, "Hey, RDJ, how's it going, man?"
Yeah.
and making fun of the fact that he was Iron Man
And
before he was Doom.
and Sherlock Holmes. I swear to God, that when he and Cumberbatch were in the movie together, I was like, I hope they say something along the lines of, "Hey, what's up, Holmes?"
Nice.
Wicked, which is just came out Thanksgiving, I think, is already up to $384 million.
It was okay.
Daughter really liked it because she's the Ariana Grande super fan.
I mean, knowing that it's a character, but still, she was really good at playing a really horrible person.
Oh, is Ariana a horrible person?
The character is just not a good
I
person.
thought she was the good witch.
Oh, absolutely not.
Not in the movie.
No, not.
But she eventually becomes the good witch, right?
She's presenting as such.
Yeah, see, I don't know the Wicked story. You know more.
So, I mean,
The book's rated R, though.
Is it?
The musical's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
but no.
But I enjoyed the musical.
Think of like Cobra Kai, the perspective of Johnny Lawrence versus the original movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where you see that Johnny isn't really such a bad guy. In this, you're seeing that Glinda, as she says in the movie, because one of the characters can't speak without like making farm animal sounds, but one of the professors was a goat, and she's kind of like vapid, like socialite who's like presents herself as being a good person. I'm such a good person because I do X, Y, and Z, and everyone loves me because of it because I'm a good person. And you kind of see she's not really a nice person throughout the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Despicable Me 4, which I've sort of lost track of all the minions and stuff.
I actually really liked it. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read any reviews about it, but I enjoyed it. It was cute, and you see Gru and his family are put into like witness protection program.
Oh, really?
And they like move next to a kid who knows who
That's
he is.
Steve Carell, right?
Steve Carell, yeah. And
well, you're not the only one. $361 million it made.
good movie. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Moana 2, which I didn't think was. I thought it was more recently out, but
It
it's
just
already
came out like a couple weeks ago.
It's like $359 million already.
I think it came out on not more than a couple weeks. It was like Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, same time as Wicked, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Geez.
Or within a week of each other. Yeah.
Didn't really enjoy this one. Did see it, but Beetlejuice.
I liked it. I mean,
294 million.
I think it could have been better, but I didn't hate it. You know, there was I guess a lot of people are like shitting on it because it basically is just a retelling of the other story. But
See, I'm one of those ones that never really saw the first one.
Yeah, I know.
I saw bits and pieces of it.
you should
over
actually watch
time,
the
but-
first one.
I was really mad at Tim Burton after Batman. I was mad about the Tim
Why
Burton
were you
Batman.
mad about Batman?
I wasn't into it, man.
Really?
We could go into Wayback Machine. I'm sure I had a long spiel about why I wasn't
So
into
you
it.
were one of those guys like, Mr. Mom is Batman?
Yes, I remember saying it in the Mr. Mom. Yes, saying that in the Batman voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
I just saw an article today that somebody posted. It was like from Variety magazine or some other movie magazine where they announced the casting of him, Michael Keaton, as Batman, and they were just shitting all over. It's like Mr. Mom and this and that. It's not going to go anywhere. Only good news is that they got Jack Nicholson to play the Riddler. How's that going to be? And all that stuff.
yeah,
And then
and,
it's like, well, that didn't age well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. It's absolutely one of my favorite superhero movies. So
Yeah, in just Tim Burton films, and I mean, obviously, he's terribly.
Accomplished.
Yes!
Yes.
But they're just very flat to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can look at paintings, and some paintings look flat, and some paintings look like they have dimension. His films always kind of, not his color palette or his style palette or any of that stuff, just, it seems very flat.
very surface
Right?
level.
Yes. And,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm
No,
not
no, no.
saying he's good, bad, indifferent. It's just, it always kind of,
Did you like the second one at all?
Is that with Penguin?
Yeah.
no, I
Michelle
think
Pfeiffer.
I know I saw them all in theaters, just like with Star Wars
Right,
movies. There's no way I'm not going.
Right.
It's not possible for
Yeah,
me
yeah,
to
yeah.
miss these.
It's an event.
Yes, and it's Batman has been a part of my life
Yeah.
since I was in it. Goo goo gaga.
I will
You know
say-
what I mean? It's like fuck.
I will
I'm a
say
huge
this:
Batman guy.
Those movies rekindled my my love for Batman. Because before that, the only Batman we had up until then was cartoons and Adam West.
Right.
Well, and we by that point we had Dark Knight Returns.
Well, in
know
the
what I mean?
comics,
the Batman
right?
Comics,
were
yeah.
solid at that point.
The comics were solid.
because they had kind
but
of come out of a
I'm-
weird doldrum.
I'm not talking about the comics.
Yeah,
I'm talking
I know.
about like
the
Yeah.
TV and movies. Yeah.
But I was approached it from a comic book enthusiast.
And
point of view.
the way I understood it is like a lot of the comic book people liked it because it was closer to the comics than like the Adam West Batman.
Certainly. Oh yeah. No,
Very
none of the
dark.
Very
comics are-
dark and
yeah,
just like
moody.
Yeah.
and just
More so, I guess he blows somebody or hands somebody an explosive, right?
that was the second movie.
Yeah.
second
So
one,
it's like, well, he killed that guy.
And, you know, and then there are the fans that are like, he doesn't use guns, motherfuckers. You know, and he has like machine guns on his car.
Yeah.
You know,
Come on.
I loved that car, man.
I know. That was
Is
a
that the
badass
long
car.
one?
With the turbine in the
Yeah,
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This. And I remember watching that movie in theaters, and the scene where he's going down that long road to the Batcave. It was the quietest part of the whole movie, and I swear to Christ, somebody busted ass right at the moment as he's going through the door. Everyone started laughing. It was the funniest thing ever.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think I still have a little, like, I don't think it's Hot Wheels, but it's like Johnny Lightning or something. But from '89, when that car, somebody gave me that for Christmas or something.
I still
have it somewhere.
Romeo actually gave me some Hot Wheels Batman, and I have a tiny one. It looks like a little Hot Wheel match. One of the tiny ones.
Micro Machines.
Micro Machines, yeah, it's like
Good
that.
thought, yeah.
But no. I remember MTV having the contest to win the car. I remember like really trying to. I wanted that car.
That car.
I want that
Yes.
car.
Yeah.
And then that was like my hyper focus for like nearly a decade. I was absolutely obsessed with that car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it seems sound stagey. You know what I'm saying? Like even the auto scenes and all that stuff just seems like they're on a sound stage as opposed to like on location.
They
know what
weren't.
I'm
They
saying?
were not on location. That was all. That movie was all filmed at Pinewood Studios. So it was
Yeah.
on the back lot.
right, is what I'm hearing.
It was on the back lot, but it wasn't.
Sure.
I mean, some of it was in the
Yeah.
studio, but it was on the sequences where he's running through downtown. and he uses the grappling hook to go around the corner. That was all filmed on the back lot.
Sure.
And I've seen photos of like whatever they call the streets over at Pinewood Studios, kind of like Universal has like the New York City streets and whatever. They basically converted it all to be like Gotham and whatnot.
Keaton in The Flash. Keaton's Batman in The Flash is a way better Batman.
No,
I
it's
think.
terrific.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I honestly
He
don't.
fights a Kryptonian, man. It's cool.
Well,
It's
I guess the
fun,
story,
right? It's like-
story is different. Yeah, I don't know. As far as the character himself and the way he plays the character is exactly the same to me. I think the stories in the original movies may not have been as grand as you would hope them to be, because Nicholson as the Joker was like I said before that. The only Joker we had in TV and movies was in cartoons
Yeah, Cesar Romero.
or Cesar
Yeah,
Romero.
yeah.
Cesar
God bless.
Romero wasn't terrible, but I don't know. He didn't seem like he was really an evil guy. He was just
Sure.
a guy.
No,
who-
they were just having fun.
Yeah.
The 66 Batman's fun. It's fun for everybody. Lee Merriweather.
Running around the
Earthquake
pier
Kid.
with the bomb.
So good.
Can't throw it in. There's baby ducks.
and don't forget the shark spray.
So good.
Dude,
So good.
The first time
Burgess Meredith. Oh, so good.
You know, the first time I saw the Batmobile at a car show, I was like, oh yeah, right on. I get up close, I was like, really? This is fucking stupid. Oh my god.
Man.
The car does not look cool up close in person.
Moving
Neither,
ahead.
Oh, the 66.
yeah, neither does the DeLorean for that matter. When you walk up to it, you see it up close and you see all this stuff on the dashboard and the seats and stuff. It's like, oh, this looks way better on TV.
Yeah.
Well, the power of imagination.
Yeah.
Right.
Favorite meme in recent time, I don't remember the last time I saw it, but Jaws with Schneider and all the guys on the back of the boat, and they're all waiting for the shark, and then somebody imposed Batman holding the shark spray standing there too. And they're all
Yeah.
Well, no, they make reference to the shark spray in a recent animated Batman thing too.
oh really?
Yeah,
Nice.
really good.
I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, Batman fighting a Kryptonian. It's really cool.
Speaking of Kryptonian,
Yeah.
have you guys seen the trailer for James
I
Gunn?
haven't
haven't.
watched it.
Oh,
No.
I haven't one, but everybody shows up, right?
Yeah, I mean it's I mean people are talking shit about Guy Gardner. It's like, why does he look like that? Because he's that way in the comic
Because
book.
that's what he looks like. But it's just interesting to me that they picked Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
The thing that I think is great about that is Nathan Fillion was the voice of Hal Jordan in the animated Justice League series.
That's nice. Because I think Nathan Fillion would make a superb Hal.
He was.
To be honest.
Absolutely was.
I mean, I 100%.
But they gave him the blonde bowl cut.
Yeah, the kind of, he's kind of a ginger, and he's a total, like, kind of a dumb
Oh,
asshole.
He really is.
Jerk. He's a jerk. I would call him an asshole.
In the cartoons, he's got a red bowl cut. But
Yeah.
in the movie, apparently he's blonde. I don't understand
know.
that.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I thought that's what maybe it's just like a light brown or
I
something.
don't know, but I hopefully he's going to be the comic relief.
He's absolutely
Right.
going to be the comic relief.
Yeah.
And the other thing that people are shitting on is the fact that Crypto's in it. It's like, since when do they have Kryptonian dogs?
What? Since about 1955?
Yeah.
Maybe even before that. Crypto's
it's-
been around for mad.
And Crypto is like CGI, like Scooby Doo was in those movies.
He comes out. Maybe
Like
they do a
Zoinks!
Fucking scrappy.
I mean,
yeah, scrappy.
there is a. I
Yeah, we'll
remember,
see. But I will see if he just loads it up with 30 fucking characters and we're all just exhausted.
I don't know. All I've seen about it was like people shitting on it and people comparing it to Zack Snyder's. It's like, Snyder would never do this, and they're like, oh really? And it shows the same exact.
Oh.
Type of
Well,
thing.
it's not Snyder's film. It's somebody else's film.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't really say. It's like Leonardo da Vinci wouldn't have painted that. It's like, it's somebody else's painting.
Yeah.
And then you're like, except for he did, and they show another
Yeah.
thing where he drew. he
Yeah, I don't know.
painted that
Jeez,
one.
and it's a trailer, for God's sake. Everybody
I mean-
relax.
Right.
And these are all the same assholes who went on and,
Oh, it's
and
just an
pissed all
industry.
over Ghostbusters 2016 and whatever the last one that everyone was all bent.
And
out of shape.
I say the same for abortion. Don't like it, don't go.
Don't watch
Yeah.
it.
Don't
Yeah.
participate.
Yeah.
Great.
Go watch the
Great. The
original.
world's big enough for all of it.
Go
right?
back and watch the old stuff. You know, you don't
Yeah.
have to watch the new stuff.
I don't like your church, so I don't
So
go.
I don't go. I'm not telling you you can't have your church.
Right.
I'm just saying
Right.
I'm not going to go.
I'm not going to participate in that.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not making you go see
Right.
Gun Superman if you don't want to. It's like,
All right, back to the program, boys. Back to the podcast. Come on.
Meanwhile, back at the podcast.
kitty cats.
I don't know how we go. Oh, because we were talking about Beetlejuice.
Movies.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Number 7 was Dune Part 2.
Oh, see, no, I'm not crazy. Yeah, Dune
$282
came
million.
out.
Yeah.
But that's not a $1 billion movie.
No.
I saw the first of the Dune movies, and
it wasn't your bag.
I fell asleep like 6 times.
Yeah.
It was-
I didn't like how the second one ended. Just like a cliffhanger. And I know they're
But
supposedly
that's
making
kinda how that
another
goes.
one.
Yeah, no, because then Dune Messiah's about everybody dying.
I saw more about the popcorn bucket than I did about the movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they were well. I thought they were well done. Yeah, I don't know. I got no beef with it, but it's not. I didn't think it was Blade Runner or something.
No.
Right? It's not like
No.
they didn't reinvent the wheel with it, but they're okay.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's always
It's no 89
Yeah, yeah.
Batman.
That guy's everywhere.
he's everywhere, and he does good work. And who's the guy who played?
Timothy Chalamet.
No, not Chalamet. He's who I'm not convinced is good. I'm not convinced he's bad. No, the other guy who's real. Who was the killer in No Country for Old Men? That guy.
Can't think of his name. Yeah.
Oh, he's good.
God, the
Javier
Bond
Bardem.
villain. Yes, yeah.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's good. Yeah, the Bond villain. Oh, yeah, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh,
He's the guy who had the pneumatic thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
And just cold.
Just cold.
Just a cold dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unfeeling.
oh the scene where Brolin's running from the pit bulls. That's No Country, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because he goes back to the money thing.
Right.
And somebody's got pit bulls and they're running after him and he's trying to fucking get across the water. Just like, oh, man. Oh.
Did either of you see the Twisters?
I haven't seen either of the I didn't see the original one.
I didn't see the original until well after it was in video. And it was all right. Maybe it would have been better if I saw it in theaters. But in the new one, it was just like, okay, yeah. This is exactly why I'm never going to Oklahoma ever again.
Yeah.
So close.
But it was all CGI Twisters. Look good, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I like the idea of a big
guess.
disaster movie in a theater sometimes, right?
I mean, it was exactly what I expected. Lots of people being sucked out of buildings or from underneath bridges and stuff, and cars and cows flying through the air and whatever.
That's the only thing I remember from the original one, seeing the previews, and there's a cow flood, and somebody goes, cow.
Nice.
And the cow's just doing the Wizard of Oz
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Only
Yeah,
thing-
remember how in Snyder's beloved Man of Steel, he lets his dad die in a fucking tornado?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, he would not. He's not going to watch his dad die when he could do something about it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I expected of that movie is I was expecting to see some cameos from the original cast.
Yeah, Paxton is passed,
Yeah.
But Helen Hunt is still alive.
that's right. She was the main.
She was the love interest.
Yeah.
I expected her to be like the mom of the love interest in this one.
So was this very much like just a remake, but not a remake?
I mean, it takes place in the same universe. It's 40 whatever years later, and the only thing that makes a connection to the original movie is they have the machine from the first movie that they launch into the tornadoes to kind of gauge what it's doing and whatever else. So, and I think that thing was called Dorothy. So that thing was in it, and it got destroyed in like the first 20 minutes of.
Oh,
Did we
geez.
have a particularly strong tornado season this year?
I don't know. I know hurricane, but
Not here in Washington, we didn't.
no.
Thankful for that, man.
Yeah.
Although, that's weird is when I was living up in East, over in the peninsula, I think 2018, 2017, thereabouts, a tornado dropped in Paulsbo. Oh, not Paulsbo, but Port Orchard.
Poor P.O.
Port
But not-
Orchard.
Yeah, but it not as like the Oklahoma ones last a while, right?
I think it only
Yeah.
lasted for maybe 30 minutes or something like that. It destroyed a bunch of houses and I
Crazy.
think some businesses.
Yeah, and
but-
which just goes to prove my theory. Atmosphere is thick as fuck.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, it wouldn't have the power, no matter how fast it was going to do that. Which then leads me to say, masks work. You want to know why? Because those spittle particles carrying tens of millions of viral cells can float on thick atmosphere, can't they?
Yeah.
Just like you watch a dandelion seed, which weighs how much?
Right.
Float great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thick atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right? Atmosphere is thick, people, which means your boogers go in my face.
Cover your fucking mouth when you cough.
Yes.
I think you guys saw this. I didn't. Godzilla, Kong.
It's on Amazon, I think, right now.
Is it on Amazon?
It's either Amazon or it's on.
Is this the one with the mean monkeys? There's like
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Dude,
I saw
it was
this. Did
really
I see
good.
this in theater?
It's
Maybe I did.
it's within the same universe as the TV show too.
Yeah.
Monarch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And the lady who every line is a mic drop. She'll say a line and ba and then walk away. Every day, like she has 200
Who's
lines in the movie.
I don't
guarantee
remember,
you've
but it
seen her
was
around.
really
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
And the whole jumping into the portal to go to another dimension thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing that happens in the movie as well as the TV
Yeah,
series.
but they get Leonardo. I mean, Hollow Earth. It's not obviously in the center of the Earth, but it's only like 30 feet down because they jump in and bam, they're there. It's just like
It's
They go through a warp zone or something.
It's a Stargate is what it is.
Okay. I don't know that I
Oh.
finished watching.
so that's not necessarily on Earth, proper Earth.
I mean, I don't think so.
right.
You don't see any connection to other than when you go through the portal.
All right, I like that. I like that.
That's how I look at it. I don't.
That makes way more
that
sense
is
to me
my,
than.
That's my head canon, folks. That's not necessarily what
I don't
they
know.
said.
I don't know. That works for me.
Well, speaking of Godzilla, Kung Fu Panda 4
I did-
rounded out the top 10.
Godzilla.
I didn't hate it. It was entertaining, but I don't know if I'm going to see it again.
193 million.
Still Jack Black.
Oh,
It's still Jack Black, yeah. The only thing about that movie that I was like, oh come on, they didn't have the rest of the whatever the six
His gang.
his group. So nobody else. I think at the very end you hear Jackie Chan say a line from his character, but beyond that, none of the other characters come back.
I didn't know Jackie was in any of those films.
Yeah, he was
That's nice.
he was the baboon,
Oh,
That's right. Yeah.
and then
And I couldn't tell you.
yeah.
I don't think I could tell you the plot. I know I've seen at least one of them.
it's a witch or a sorceress or whatever. She's a shapeshifter, but she's a chameleon, and she's able to mimic all these other bad guys from the previous movies. And in this, she's trying to get the staff from Poe so she can grab the souls of those people she can mimic so she can have their kung fu.
Oh man.
And Poe is looking for a new Jade Warrior because he's now he's becoming the sensei or Sifu in this one. So.
All right.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It was definitely worth a watch at least once.
Yeah, I'll wait till it's free or whatever.
I think it's online now.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Boys, biggest shows, and I think this was Variety that chose these, but biggest shows, best shows of 2024 at a glance. Best overall, they're saying The Penguin, which I have not watched.
I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I lost interest pretty quick because it's basically just a gangster show.
Oh, okay.
And I don't care.
Farrell does, because he did a good job in,
I mean, yeah.
what was it? It was a Gotham or what?
It was the Batman.
The Batman, that's right. Yeah.
He,
I don't know.
and he's basically Tony Soprano is what he is.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, I don't care.
Okay. So no Batman, no.
No
Yeah,
Batman. You don't have any other like rogues gallery kind of.
Does Zoe Kravitz make an appearance?
I don't
She's
think so.
not-
I only, like I said, I only watched
sure.
a few,
I'm gonna watch
a
it.
few minutes of the first episode, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
And I'm not a huge
It's
Colin
just-
Farrell guy, but
he's really good in it. You don't know he's Irish when you're watching it.
and I enjoyed
Does he-
Matt Reeves' Batman. I would have dropped the whole Zoe. No offense to Zoe Kravitz, God bless him, but I thought her character was kind of superfluous and not necessary at the first time out.
The only character in that movie that I didn't really care for was the Riddler. I didn't really care for
Oh
that.
man, I thought he did a great job. That creepy guy, Paul Dano.
Oh, Paul Dano.
Oh man, he
I
did
drink
a
your
great job.
milkshake.
That guy,
Is
poor
that what-
guy.
is that what he is?
That's the trouble. He's the guy who
He's the guy that
gets drank.
Yeah, he
Oh, okay.
beats him to death with.
I saw him in that movie about the video game store that had the stock thing. You know, I'm talking about the game.
Oh, the
GameStop. Like
yes, the Robin Hood.
Yeah.
GameStop.
Yeah. It was.
I didn't see that. Did that come out already?
It was out last summer. I watched it in theaters, and I ended up walking out because people were on their fucking phone the whole time. And
Oh, jeez.
so
Jeez,
leave your phones in your pockets.
Yes. Best action show. I think I've heard of this. The Day of the Jackal. Anybody?
I have heard of it, but I don't know anything
I don't
about
know
it.
anything about it.
And
This one I totally agree with. Best drama was Shogun.
Nice.
Such a good
People love
series.
I'm gonna try watching it now that I have those.
Oh, that's right. You got the translating.
Oh, because they were.
Yeah.
Yes, that's neat.
The
Cool, perfect.
only thing
Yeah.
that it was all in Japanese, and I didn't want to spend every 5 minutes pausing it, reading what was being said, and letting it play because my brain doesn't process that shit that quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it, I wanted to like it, but it's like it's all in Japanese. There's nothing in here that's gonna make it easy for me.
Yeah, I
to
would
watch.
say about maybe a fifth, maybe a quarter of it is English.
Oh, geez, there you go.
But
Jeez.
for the most part, it's in Japanese.
I'm gonna when I
that's
get home
great.
tonight, I'm gonna try watching it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I wonder how close to that era Japanese is. Has it changed as a language in the last?
I don't know.
Couldn't
That's
tell
a
you.
few hundred years, right?
Yeah.
The show.
I think the last,
yeah, I really don't
the last samurai movie I ever saw was that Tom Cruise movie.
know. I think The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually the only modern Tom Cruise movie that I will admit to liking because the
I think I saw that in theaters with my high school girl. Right?
the one where he's a spy or whatever. Those movies are all ridiculous.
Oh, am I?
Mission
Impossible.
I think they're all stupid. It's the same formula for every single one. At some point, he's either running or riding a motorcycle really fast, or and there's always a girl he's flirting with, and you have although the running he has to run with his arms straight out, and he runs like he's a robot,
Oh, nice.
or like
Run like Naruto.
well, no, it would be funnier if he was running like a Naruto, but yeah. But he
How dare you, sir?
but no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those dumbasses that were
that stormed Area 51.
Yeah.
It's so delicious. That's sort of was that 20, what year was that?
2018, I think.
Oh,
It was like
so
right
good.
before the pandemic. But
So
no,
beautiful.
he also runs like he's like that kid who's like got brand new shoes. He wants to show them off. Look how fast I can run.
Cute.
I don't buy him as an action hero. Is my thing. Is he's trying really hard to look like an alpha male, but it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not.
Best
And I'll get off my soapbox
Yes.
now.
best comedy, Chaos.
No, that one.
Chaos. Yeah,
Chaos.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not aware of it, but I know that's how it's pronounced.
Okay. Best sci-fi. You all should have watched this.
Absolutely watched
Fallout.
it. Yeah.
No, I enjoyed that a lot.
Brilliant show.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Really, can't wait for the next one. And then some other big shows that I just kind of pulled out of my hat: Baby Reindeer, Matlock, Acolyte, Agatha All Along, and Batman Cape Crusader.
The only one I
animated
haven't
series.
watched of those is Baby Reindeer, but Chris and Christina fucking loved it.
We enjoyed Baby Reindeer. I don't think it was as awesome as everybody
Was
said
that
it
about
was,
the
but
comedian who gets stalked or
gets
whatever?
stalked, yeah. And it's
I think I
gnarly.
started, but it was just kind of cringy.
It's very-
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
The Batman Cape Crusader is done by the same people that did the animated series in the 90s.
I really liked it.
It's
yeah.
like Paul Dini and
Yeah.
Bruce Timm,
Yeah.
and but they made it more adult friendly. It's not for kids.
Yeah.
Don't let your kids watch it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of adult things in it.
Acolyte, I liked. I think it
didn't-
got shit on way too much.
Yeah,
by-
I enjoyed it. I was actually watching an episode yesterday. I had my random playlist.
I gave it a C. It was okay.
yeah, it was okay.
It could have been better, yes, but
could have been
it
better.
wasn't as bad as people were saying it was.
No,
Sure.
I don't think
And,
it was.
and all this should be on my gravestone. Should be any Star Wars is better than no Star Wars.
yes.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's
Any of it.
Yeah.
my favorite thing was somebody was saying when people were talking about all these Star Wars TV shows that Disney did, and Disney's ruined Star Wars. Like, no, George did that 30 years ago.
Well, and there's some great shit, right?
Yeah.
So it all comes out in the wash.
And they
right? It's like-
said there was what 18 years between the last Star Wars thing and then the prequels. So there was 18 years of nothing from Star Wars. No toys, no games. Nothing.
Well, I mean, mass really good comic books.
And novels and
Mass.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking multimedia
I
stuff.
know.
I'm not talking about papers.
I
I'm
know.
not talking comics and novels, because that's another thing. Is people are like, the novels are, I was like, the novels aren't canon, dude. It doesn't matter. But yeah, and then so people shit on these new movies and the new shows. Like people were doing that with the prequels. People hated the prequels
Oh,
because
yeah.
of key characters.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yes.
To the point where
But any Star Wars is better than no Star Wars.
Yes.
to the point where two of the actors who were in those prequels contemplated suicide, like the kid.
Because they were getting picked on
The
so
kid,
much.
the kid, he's got like some
Jake something.
Jake Lloyd,
Jake Lloyd.
yeah, and
Jesus.
he had like a mental break,
Yeah.
and then like,
Because he was getting so much hate from people? Well, that's awful. People are weird, dude.
and then
It's
Ahmed Best caught a ton of shit for Jar Jar Binks, and he contemplated suicide.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, stupid.
But they brought Ahmed Best back in the Mandalorian
Sure
as that
did.
one Jedi.
As
So-
a Jedi, yeah.
Yeah.
So he totally,
And yeah, I guess apparently he played that character before on at one of the Disney parks,
all right.
or on like a.
I know, but I'm not going to
Sure.
pretend Jar Jar is not just problematic, but 100% unnecessary. The movies would not have been worse without him not existing at all. If we never knew about Jar Jar, nobody would have
I
cared.
look at Jar Jar Binks like I do the space teddy bears. They're there for being cute and funny.
Yeah, but I don't think Jar Jar was. Nobody had a Jar Jar. People had Ewoks. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's where
but
you're-
nobody
that's-
had a Jar Jar.
That's where you're.
action figure.
That's where you're wrong.
Really?
People love There's a girl on TikTok who has a life-size JarJar Binks statue,
Oh,
and
man.
her room is her room.
Full
is-
of Jar Jar?
Right next to her KKK.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. I thought the Trade Federation guys
The
were
Jews, you mean?
no, the Asians
Oh,
were more problematic than Jar Jar. but-
no, well, both those could be.
and yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
little guy, the slave holder,
The slave owner, yeah.
Only money.
Yeah, little man. You got the big giant fucking
Your
hook nose.
Jedi mind tricks built a work out of me.
Come on, who's
Man.
writing this shit?
So,
George, absolutely. That is
100%
all on George Lucas, and I will
the bankers. It's so.
I will die on this hill.
Yeah.
The Disney sequels are better than the George Lucas prequels.
Which are the Disney's? Oh, with the Daisy Ridley years?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know. Because for all of them,
All of
I
them.
think overarching storyline is awesome, right? But in the execution of all of those films, there's some moments of utter brilliance.
Oh, I love those movies.
But then there's some, I mean, all Star Wars.
Yeah.
But there's some moments where you're like, what were you thinking?
Some of my favorite lines are from the Force Awakens. It's like while they're outside waiting to get into the Star Killer base, Chewbacca goes, "Rah!" and Han goes, "Oh, really? You're cold."
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh my God, boys! Sharing is caring.
very good.
I thought it might be kind of fun to, and I didn't send this to you as my goal was, but to share some of our top playlists or our top artists that we've played over the course of a year. Can you guys have the ability to bring that up?
Oh, my Wrapped? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, mine's Apple Music Replay. But my top artist for the year 2024, Van Halen, 1,628 minutes of Van Halen. That's usually because I'll
they
put.
got like $12.
You're welcome, Eddie.
Yeah.
Or Wolfgang, I guess, gets the money now. Or Alex, maybe. I don't know.
Well, how do I find out where my Wrapped is?
I don't know.
It's if you scroll all the way to the right, it's right there.
Probably because I was driving the kid around. My number 2 is Ariana Grande with 398 minutes. but closely followed by Tupac with 396
What?
minutes.
No, that's balance.
Yeah. Matt Nathanson, who I enjoy, came in at number 4. Blues Traveler at number 5. Wallflowers at number 6. Big Head Todd and the Monsters at 7.
What?
And Off With Their Heads at number 8.
So are we looking at top songs, or what is it?
Whatever you want. That's my top replay. My top albums are In Desolation by Off With Their Heads, Exit Wounds by the Wallflowers, Bridge by Blues Traveler, Greatest Hits by Tupac,
Yes.
stuff like that. So that's kind of my rundown of my 2024 music playlist, because I'll usually work in the garage or something, especially in the summertime, and I'll just have it.
Number one's Groovy Ghoulies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Is that just the top song?
Top song, yeah, I guess it's
It's gonna show you more.
My top song was "Man in the Box," but then again, I didn't really listen to a lot of. Oh, here we go. My top artists: Alice in Chains. Hold on, I have to hit pause.
Not a competition, Mike.
Here we go. Pause. Alice in Chains, Left on Laurel, Ozzy Osbourne, Def Leppard, and Poison. But the most I listened to Spotify was in September of this year. So I probably had one playlist. I listened to a bunch.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh, geez, I spent 34,000 total minutes listening to Spotify and 33,000 podcasts.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Where do you get? Which one do you get on that one? I'm trying to find this stuff, and it goes through this stupid animation. I just want the stats, man.
Spooked. Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Radio, Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.
Nice. Number 3, baby.
Black Tapes. Nice.
Right on.
I'm all right with that. Spooked is good shit.
Is it?
Glenn Washington is radio royalty. I think
Okay.
that's amazing.
My-
he does what?
And my top songs are all Alice in Chains.
Oh, jeez.
So like Man in
Nice.
the Box, Wood, Check My Brain, I Stay Away, and We Die Young. But yeah, I actually I don't know if I can even pull up this kinds of stats on my Plex server. I listen to my Plex server more
1,000
than-
minutes listening to Groovy Ghoulies.
Nice.
That's not bad. Huh. Jeez, this rap thing's neato. Thanks, Spotify. Amy.
Hold on, I can pull up my dashboard on here and see if it.
What is that? Your top?
Ghoulies, Nobody's. No, I didn't listen to Social Distortion.
Oh, yes, you did.
The fuck
you
I
can
did.
admit it.
Oh, my
Admit it
God.
right now.
Oh, maybe
I'm surprised they
accident.
weren't. They're probably in my top 20.
Right on. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Fuck those guys.
Remember when I was trying to help the Jesters fucking move their equipment? They were fighting those guys?
Yeah.
And the Fallen Angel security?
Did you have to jump in?
I was trying not to.
Yeah.
I was just trying to throw shit in the van.
Just get
to
out
us
of
the
it.
fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I don't have any stats on my Plex server as far as like music goes.
Jeez.
I can when I'm at home. I can look at it and see what I can listen to.
What
but
you played,
The
yeah.
app doesn't have that function.
Nice. Yeah, I could have done Amazon Music too, because we have the Alexas. Alexa. We have that at home. So,
Yeah.
So you use the? Do you use Echo or what's the activation word that you use on yours? Just Alexa.
so our kitchen is computer,
Okay.
and everywhere else is Alexa. But we use the kitchen more because I'm in there cooking and cleaning and
Computer. Working.
So, but I had to change mine from Alexa because all the advertisements on TV or on streaming
would
sites
set it off.
would
Yeah.
like Alexa blah 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 blah, and it's like okay, and I'm like, God damn it, no.
Yeah, that's not my voice.
Yeah, I'm watching a
love
movie
you,
today.
Alexa.
I don't even remember the movie, but I'm watching it on my iPad as I'm working, and the guy says, "Hey Siri," because he's trying to, "Hey Siri, call so and so," and then all of a sudden the Siri symbol shows up on my.
No, man.
I'm like, no, and then he does it like 2 or 3 more times, and I'm like,
So yeah, I had to change my activation word to Echo because that doesn't get used. at all
yeah,
in my
that
house.
makes sense. Yeah,
I tried computer for a while, but then when you start watching Star Trek, that
Yeah.
activates it all the fucking time. Or the other one that, because these are pop culture references, computer is Star Trek, and then Ziggy is one of the activation words.
no, really,
Which is,
yeah, from Quantum Leap. Yeah, nice. All right, well, boys, ending on something positively positive for the end of the year, and Happy New Year to all you folks out there. We do appreciate you being here with us for 2024. FDR, the great FDR, said, "The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today." The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. So your doubts of today is holding you back for tomorrow. And then Melody Beattie, who I understand to be like a self-help book writer, she wrote, "The new year stands before us like a chapter in a book, waiting to be written."
That's nice.
Anybody
Your
make
first was
resolutions? FDR, yeah.
That's nice.
Anybody do resolutions?
My New Year's resolution is going to be 1080p.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
HD.
Took me a second. All right. nerd dad joke.
But and that's actually not even that high definition anymore.
No, you need that 4K action.
8K now.
8K now, I know.
I mean, I don't need to see the pores in my pores. I'm better like
It gets
30
to that
feet
point
with a
though, like
candle.
on the 4K where it looks like fake. It's so
looks
real, it's too fake.
Yeah,
It looks like a home video a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's like I want it to look like a TV show or a movie. I don't want to watch someone's home videos.
Right. All right. Well, good on you.
Are we going to be recording before New Year's Eve, or is this going to be
This is it. This is.
So what do you guys got planned?
Oh,
for
we're
New
going to
Year's?
do. No, because New Year's Eve is Tuesday when this comes out.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, what are you guys going to be doing tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm in a time zone. I'm working the door at Tim's for their New Year's Eve party with 38 Coffin and Dead on Cue.
Wow.
Spiders from Uranus, which is Scott Vanderpool's band. And then, Jackson is in Dead on Cue. It's going to be a good night. I think Fred Speakman, my favorite local guitar player, is sitting in on lead for Dead on Cue.
Oh,
So that should be fun.
all right.
I think what I'm going to do is what I've done for like the past 6 years now, which is watch Star Wars, time it so that the Death Star explodes at midnight.
Nice.
Oh, geez. That's neat.
Nice. We usually head out to Enumclaw, I think, to the Thomases and hang out with them. They go all out. They do like a bunch of balloons in the ceiling and do
That's
a balloon
Heather, yeah.
drop for the kids.
Oh, that's
Heather and
cool.
Eli. Yeah, so it might be kind of fun.
So what do you just have someone off to the side with like a dart gun and like?
I don't know. I think they just pull a string or something.
Oh,
and
they
the
just
net
all
comes
fall. I
down.
thought
Yeah.
like someone's like that. Pop, 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 pop.
It's a Eden Plaza. Geez, cool.
Buckshot the ceiling.
I mean, Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf himself and Gargamel's mom,
Oh, yeah.
who did a great job. And she did this the whole
Yes, she
time.
did.
It was so
Well
funny.
done.
I was like, you don't have to. And she's, nope, this is my voice. And I'm like, okay, cool.
And who did
It's in
that?
Heather.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was Gargamel's mom.
Yeah, or a maxi pad
Yes.
skater.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, that kid's multi-talented.
Yes.
And
Like-
Papa Smurf does a great job.
He did very well.
Yeah.
I was very pleased.
I thought, we all did.
Yeah,
I thought everybody did a great
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
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 Yeah, I wish I had another week to kind of play with it and fine tune stuff, but
You could always,
in the end, it
you
came
could
out.
always re-upload it if you want to do the special edition of it and,
Yeah.
and repost it.
Remix.
the remix.
I mean, hey, George Lucas did it for 30 years. Why not?
Nah, I'm telling you, I got to get to Hot Rodders and a bunch of other stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Thanks for being here this year, 2024.
Oh,
Get the
yeah.
fuck out of here.
Go follow us on Blue Sky and get on our Patreon and so you can listen to the one season TV shows. Man, we're going to be talking about.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes, top 5 coming at you. All right, boys.
All right. Bye.
Good on you.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.